Well, here we are, episode 122. And on this episode, I don't have the Wrecking 2 tonight. Nope, only got one of them. The Professor, Lou Colicchio. Me and Lou gonna tear it down. You see, Mark Smith evidently didn't pay his cable bill or his Wi-Fi bill or his internet bill because he called and said, I can't make the show tonight. I don't have service. Stop buying the wine and pay your bills, buddy. That's all I gotta say. But he'll be watching on his phone. Thank God for 5G. Enough about him. Me and the Professor will be talking about the year 1990 in music and movies. Yeah, people like that. So enjoy the show.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction as usual. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Welcome to the podcast. You know the name, I'm not going to say it. We're streaming live right now over Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, D-Live, Twitter's X, Twitter, whatever it is now. And I have two screens up there. I have been scrambling all day. I have been scrambling all day. Let me get the chat set up here. Yeah, this has been kind of crazy. I just did the intro about, 10 minutes ago. And about 4 minutes ago, I think Lou and Mark teamed up on me on this one. I swear they did. I think they're at that point, they have a real comfort level that they can fuck with me. And I think because after I did the intro, I'm setting up the studio, the virtual studio, and all of a sudden, who pops up? Mark Smith from the Music Relish podcast with his wine. He's a trooper. He's doing this on his phone for the podcast listeners. He's doing his FaceTime thing on his phone. And yeah, because he has 5G, evidently. He can pay for that, but he can't pay for his internet. But Lou, who was supposed to be here, I have laptop issues. Well, Lou evidently isn't a trooper like Mark is. What's up, buddy?
How you doing? Listen, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
Sound like shit, but okay.
I'll be on until Lou gets on, and then I'll bow out. But, yesterday morning, Lou called me first thing and said, hey, you want to fuck with Scott? I said, no, don't fuck with Scott. He's a nice guy. And Lou said, we got to fuck with him.
Are you trying to pit me and Lou against each other? Is that what you're doing?
No.
Do you have an ulterior motive? Are you like an evil podcast genius that I didn't know about until this point? Are you?
Well, just don't search around for me too much, okay?
Don't do any deep dives on Mark Smith. So, real quick, how's everything going? Good?
Going good, except I'm going to live for 4 or 5 days without any internet, which is kind of wild. And like back in the day when you had cable, it didn't matter. Hey, we're without internet. Now, when you don't have internet, you don't have anything. It's going to be a fun weekend,
And you're like, what?
I got a digital antenna. I'll watch some local stations. I'll watch Sven Gulli on Saturday night. I'll, read books, play some DVDs. There you go. Like the old days.
Excellent, man. Excellent. And you sent me a text that you have the one of those newfangled digital antennas. Right?
Yeah. Well, kind of newfangled, but yeah, they're good. I tell you, the quality of HD on those digital antennas is actually better than getting it through cable or Fios or whatever.
They are pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. So Patty says, Patty Ossie, as you, good evening, Scott and Mark. Good evening, Patty. April Bernard says, Mark Smith is a no agenda guy. Oh, no. Do not let this guy below right here. Don't let that fool you, April.
No.
No.
I'm a trooper.
Yeah, he's a trooper, okay. There's an agenda here somewhere. I know there is. I know there's a game being played here. I just haven't found out what it is yet.
I can't text Lou because I'm using my phone. Damn it. If you see me do this all of a sudden, you know.
You texted on the screen. All right, buddy. So I don't know what you have, but we'll jump right into the year 1991. And as usual, give me some of your excellent commentary as we go along. And right off the bat, January 8th, 1990, we start off with Irish singer Sinéad O'Connor released her famous single, Nothing Compares to You. And then, what do you think the next line is?
Oh, I can't remember.
No, the next line, it says, released her famous single, Nothing Compares to You, originally written
by Prince.
Yeah. It's like every fucking person in the world. How many times have you heard me say this? I fucking hate that. I hate that. Nothing. Did you know Prince wrote that song? Did you know that? Did you know Prince recorded it and gave it? Did you know that? Shut the fuck up.
Because you can't give a performance. You can give a composition, but that's a performance worth its weight in gold. It's a great performance.
Fucking everybody wants to be like, I know about music. Did you? That's like the worst party, music trivia you ever fucking throw out there.
I know.
They feel brilliant. And they feel compelled to say it. Anyway, I digress.
Hey, Manic Monday was written by Prince. I'm sure if he recorded it, wouldn't be the version that we all like, you know?
You don't hear all that, right? You know what I mean? Did you know Prince? No. So, as I said, a couple Sundays back, I saw Morrissey, my man Morrissey, at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, the big guitar, at Hard Rock Live. And he had come out originally after she died and lambasted all the fucking bandwagon jumpers that, we feel bad, when he basically said, you were the motherfuckers. These are my words. You were the motherfuckers. I don't think Morrissey talks like that. That caused her to go in that direction. You were the ones that canceled her. You were the ones that pointed your crooked finger at her and said, you're a heathen. You're this, you're that. And then when she passes away, unfortunately, they all praise her. They praise her. And he's like, no, I'm not biting. So he always does a video montage before his concerts. And the first thing he played was Nothing Compares to You, the video. And everybody, it was rather chilling, I have to say. It was rather chilling. It was an homage to her, and got a very good ovation. So before I go any further, so this past Saturday night, I went to see with my friend Phil Kelly, went to see The Church at a very nice venue, small venue in Fort Lauderdale. Dude, I'll tell you what, they've been around since 1980, right? They're an Australian band.
Yeah.
They were fucking good. Now, I know there's this syndrome that everybody has as you get older. And it is a syndrome. As you get older, every concert you see, and it might have started when we were younger, but we just don't remember back because our brain cells are fried from back then, right? They were fried during the concerts we were going to back then. So the memories might not be. But I've noticed this as we get older. Every concert somebody goes to, the older we get, they say, that was the greatest show ever.
Oh, yeah.
It was the greatest concert ever.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a bum in a fucking dumpster taking a dump, singing Nothing Compares to You on stage, and they go, it was so fantastic. Oh, doesn't matter. So they, though, I have to say, musically, were spot on. You saw some of the videos I posted.
Those videos you sent me, first of all, they sounded great.
Yeah.
I want to know what your seats were. Were you suspended over the stage? I mean, you're looking down. But they have a stage. They still have their presence. Like the guy that was closest to you, He was just so cool looking. Yeah, they were great.
He was with a band originally called Powderfinger, right? Ian, I forget his last name. Great guitar player. First of all, we were sitting. I got these balcony seats, and we were the first ones there. And again, it's a small club. There might have only been about, I don't know, 200 people there. Right. Because it's just they played 2 nights though. And so everybody probably went the first night mostly. It filled up fast though. But so I have these balcony seats, and we were the first ones up there, so we got to kind of pick our seat. And I'm like looking right down at the stage. When the show was over, they played for almost 2.5 hours.
Oh wow.
Dude, they're straight up musicians, man. Yeah. The lead singer still sounds the same as he did back in 1980. That's one of those rare. He has that monotone style voice, though. You know,
he took care of his voice through his career. He did,
yeah. So, we're there the whole show, watching everything. I got to see how they actually use an iPads to control the volumes. It was pretty cool, man. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Shit that you don't see from the floor or from in front of the stage. So they have the set lists down in front of them. They tape them down. So when the show was over, the guitarist, we were only like 8 feet above him. He went to the front of the stage, did something, and he walks by and he comes up and he holds up the set list. Like he held one in each hand, and I took the set list.
Oh, I love it. I've got a few of those. That is the best souvenir.
It's printed, but it's got his like 1-3, 2-4, whatever those means, his markings.
I'd rather have that than a guitar pick. Just make it. Exactly. You remember the show. You see all the names. Yeah.
And the third song they sang, the third or fourth song they sang, I got the first set list. And, there was 2. They went off. They took like a 15-minute break. And then came on and played for another hour and 15 minutes or whatever. But it has Metropolis on it, which is my favorite church song. So I was kind of like, that's cool. The other one had, Under the Milky Way and Reptile and a couple others. But I knew a handful of their songs from their past albums. They came out with a new album, which I actually am, and I very rarely do this. I'm considering. Well, I probably will. Not even considering. I'm going to download it. I'm going to buy it because it's really good. It's really
definitely. Good. That's my feeling is if a band that's out there touring and I saw Yes, they put out a new album. I bought it because I just thank you for going in the studio and actually coming up with new music and giving us music because we to the fans. So for that alone, I'll buy the album. If it's not so good, all right.
You're a good fucking dude, man.
We got to show record.
You're a good dude, man. That's a good way to look at it. I never really looked at it that way. That's a good way to look at it.
Especially rock and roll. It's the reason that it's getting poo-pooed by the industry is they, we don't sell albums. Well, then buy albums to show that they have sales. They're not going to make much money from the album. It's all from touring, but what the hell,
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it, man. Thank you for going in there and putting out something fresh. Now, it's not always good. It's not always good. Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. Now you're on Thursday. Yeah, but not next Thursday. We're going back to Wednesday, by the way. Going back to Wednesday because I have all my buddies. There's like 15 of them that we were stationed together back in from like 80. It was like from 85 to 90. We were stationed together in the Philippines, and we get together every year like a band of brothers. And because that was a very unique place. And we really did form a bond over there. Not all of us liked each other then, but we like each other now. Yeah. Hey, look who decided to show up to the party. Lou Colicchio from the Music Relish Show.
Hello,
Professor. You're not sanguini tonight.
Not a sanguini, no, not tonight. I'm the color of silly putty tonight.
So, Mark, we'll let you go in a minute, Mark, but I just want to get
Scott here.
Well, Mark's gonna watch the show tonight. He's like Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher. He's gonna be up in the fucking balcony heckling us.
No,
Oh, you suck! You fucking suck!
And he's loud.
He's
sorry.
Mark, it reminds me of the old Music Relish Show on the phones when you were like, Mark, could you go to Cleveland and do it from there?
No, it was this after the show. Mark, can you put your phone further away? Can you put your phone further away? I had my phone across the room. I didn't know what to do with you guys.
So last week, real quick for the podcast listeners and the live streamers, will know that Lou's screen was considered the color of dry blood, to which Lou just immediately points out, oh, you mean sanguine? Dude, I died over that one. I don't know where that came from, but I thought it was the funniest thing of the whole show, right?
You know, it's funny. I use that with wine sometimes.
I knew it. I said that to my wife. I go, it's got to be the color of wine.
Well, it's the taste. There's a certain grapes. They almost have like the metallic. It's kind of a good thing, but I said I call it butcher shop, and people look at me like I said it's like raw meat, and
Texas Chainsaw Massacre color.
There you go.
So throughout the week, me and Mark decided to pounce on that sanguine. So I made a meme from the movie The Great Santini, and I put Lou's face in it, and I shaded it red. I put it over Robert Duvall's. I call him the Great Sanguini, right? And then we discovered that he's the brother of Sigourney Weaver. He's Sanguini Weaver. Except she got all the hair. She got all the hair in the family.
A lot of it.
So
that's my new stage name, is the Great Sanguini.
The Great Sanguini.
Drums.
Yeah. The Great Sanguini. All right, listen, Mark Smith, you're a trooper, my friend.
Yeah.
Although I dogged you in the intro, Lou, you missed the whole intro. You're gonna have to listen to it. I laid it on. I built you up, Lou, and then you fucking let me down.
I don't know what's going on. I'm on my old unit now, so I just hope I stay along.
It's all right. It's all right. But Lou, you're gonna have to listen to the first part of the show when Mark tried to pit us against each other. You'll see.
Oh,
I think I got him figured out now.
Okay.
He's an evil podcast genius.
He's a divider now.
Yes, he's a divider. All right, Mark, listen, get off my show.
If Lou drops out, I'll get back on.
There you go.
Some wood.
You might not want to after we get done talking.
It's my turn.
All right, brother. Listen, I'll talk to you this week. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark. Look at that. He stepped right in.
Right. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to see him.
You guys are the best.
I
said it the first time I had you on the show. The both of you. I can't say this enough. I fucking went in. I decompressed. I upload. Then I go in the bedroom. My wife's she's doing her social media, just kind of chilling. And she goes, "How did the show go?" And I said, "These guys are fucking podcast gold."
Thank you.
These guys are podcast gold.
I think I can speak for Mark by saying we love doing the show. We really do.
You keep coming back, so I'm assuming that's true. Since I'm not
hell
paying
you.
I'm not paying you.
You're like a club owner. It's like, when your band wants to play, it's an exposure gig.
Sure.
You get some exposure doing this.
Yeah. So real quick, I'm going to get in. I'll get into the show eventually. I have new hot sauce for us, Lou.
You do,
and I'm going to actually I'm going to send you guys some. Cool. So I don't deal with the other hot sauce, the sponsor anymore. They moved on, and that's fine. And so the foundation I work for, I don't work for them. I volunteer, and I'm on the board of directors for a not-for-profit called the Herd Foundation, HERD. Right. They're in Delray Beach, and it's basically veterans working with horses. Right? It's an amazing thing, right? So I just found out today that we have our own barbecue sauce, hot sauce, cinnamon sauce, like type. They got like 5 different flavors.
Okay.
I'm like, where did this come? Like, how did I not know about this for the last year, 10, 12 months? 11 months. They're like, oh yeah, we sell it. So I said, well, I know some people that are getting Christmas presents this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Coming up. I like a good hot sauce.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's barbecue sauce. I think there's a hot sauce. I'll get this like 5 different blends. Okay. And all the money goes to the foundation to help work, pays for the horses, their feed and people that take care of them.
Do distribute? Are they distributed, self-distributed?
No, see, that's the thing. We're not there yet. The foundation's only 5 years old, so that's kind of like you make it to 5 with the nonprofit. A nonprofit, that's like a restaurant making it past the first year.
Yeah,
right.
So
we're doing well. We're steadily growing. That's on the horizon eventually, but we have to get enough going to support that.
Sure.
So we have the person that makes it for us, the labeling and everything. It's just now distributing it, and now I'm on the board of directors. Maybe I'll look in that direction and see what we can find, see what we can get.
Only because the company I work for, we do carry some small food items, and the owners of the shop I work for rescue greyhounds. So we do things. We've had the wolf dogs come by the shop.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which is really cool. So things like that. We're all we don't sell a whole lot of food. A few little items here, mostly look for cocktails like olives and things. But you never know.
You never know.
We sell potato chips. We sell Zapp's potato chips because they're from New Orleans, and that's where one of our owners is from New Orleans.
Well, maybe the horses and the dogs can get together, and because we actually work with we send the veterans to other organizations, like if they're maybe this isn't for them, and we're like, hey, listen, we're aligned with we're all friends with all these other organizations, and we can send you in any direction. We don't look at the veterans like a revenue stream, like unfortunately, so the two co-founders have, one of them, her father was a veteran in Korean War, and the other one's brother had a traumatic brain injury. He was a Marine, a younger guy, some years back. So they got together. One of them owns the farm. The other one worked in the mental health industry. Let's do this for the veterans, and they put it together, and it's an amazing program. But we'll work with any type of other nonprofit. Yeah,
something down the road.
Yeah,
goes that way.
Yeah, as long as it's helping people, it's all that matters.
That's
all right. So I just started. I'm fucking 22 minutes in. So the first thing that happened in the year 1990 in music was Nothing Compares to You comes out on January 8th, right?
Right.
Became one of the best-selling singles in the world in 1990. We all know that. It's a mammoth song. On January 18th, 1990, Eric Clapton plays his first of 18 shows in a 3-week span at London's Royal Albert Hall. That's a lot of shows.
That's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Classic theater.
All he does is play guitar. I mean, what the fuck?
It's just so effortless. It's so effortless for him to get up there.
And I always use this. This is one of my big trivia questions. On January 21st, MTV's Unplugged is broadcast for the first time on cable television. With, do you know who the first band to play was on Unplugged?
When you say it, I'll know. No.
It was Squeeze.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
as the story.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, as the story goes, Glenn Tilbrook and what's the other?
Chris Difford.
Yeah, and Chris Difford show up at the studio, and they have their guitars, but they're electric, and the producer's like, "No, this is not electric. It's unplugged." They're like, "What the fuck is unplugged?" They go, "It's acoustic," and they're like, "You didn't bring an acoustic?" He said, "No, I would." Like, why would we do that? The producer runs to his office, happens to have a guitar, and he brings it. It's not even tuned. They had to tune it. So they went on. They played like 3 songs, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
now, was it like acoustic and the two guys singing, or wow. Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Let's see. February 6th, February as it's spelled. 6th, February 6th, 1990. Billy Idol's involved in that motorcycle accident, right? Resulting in several broken bones. He was scheduled to have a big role in Oliver Stone's movie The Doors, but due to the motorcycle accident, the role was reduced to just like a bit part.
So he was in the movie though.
He was in the movie, yeah.
I didn't know that. Also,
the role for the T-1000 in Terminator 2: Judgment Day was intended for Billy Idol.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Right? It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Oh, he was good in The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, that's right. He did the video "Rock the Cradle of Love" for Ford Fairlane, Andrew Dice Clay's movie.
Okay, right.
In the video, you see he's walking with a cane. Billy Idol. So, also on that day on February,
"Rock the Cradle." Is that
"Rock the Cradle of Love"? Ow! It's the cradle of love. Don't make me start doing my Billy Idol imitation. It's not that hard, actually.
Hot in the City?
Hot in the City. What did I just get?
I like that album.
Listen, I like Billy Idol in general. I don't think there's anything he ever did that I didn't like.
I played on his drummer's drum set.
Oh, wow.
And
all right.
Kenny's Castaways in New York. He was doing a club thing. It was a get up thing. And I got up there and he goes, "You break anything that's cymbals are mine." I brought a cymbal with me. I'm not going to break anything.
Let's see. Bob Marley's birthday. It's a national holiday in Jamaica. So I assume that will be coming up later on in the Born on This Day. Well, no, that was February 6th. Okay. Sometimes I get these things confused. February 14th, Valentine's Day, 1990. 50,000 fans watched the Rolling Stones play the first of 10 concerts at Tokyo's Korakuen Dome. Sure, that's not how it's pronounced. The beginning of the Stones' first ever tour of Japan. Wow,
really? Is that interesting?
They were originally supposed to be there in 73, but a little drug conviction prevented Jagger from getting his visa on time.
It was pot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Think about it, yeah.
Let's see. On February 16th, Ike Turner sentenced to 4 years in prison for possession of cocaine's a hell of a drug. February 21st, 1990, the 32nd annual Grammy Awards are presented in Los Angeles, hosted by Gary Shandling. Funny motherfucker that guy was. Bonnie Raitt's Nick of Time wins Album of the Year. I remember she had that run.
Yep.
In 90, yeah. Little comeback type thing.
Yep.
While Bette Midler's cover of Wind Beneath My Wings.
Oh, God.
Wins Record of the Year.
Record of the Year, really? That's awful.
Has Todd Sockman commented in yet? He hasn't, has he?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good evening, Patricia.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not even going to go on with that. Yeah. And this comes in later. Milli Vanilli wins Best New Artist.
Yeah. Something
interesting after this comes into play with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. February 24th, the Byrds, Roger McGuinn, Chris Hillman, and David Crosby reunite for the first time in 25 years to perform at a Los Angeles tribute to Roy Orbison. The three are joined unexpectedly on stage by Bob Dylan, who sings Mr. Tambourine Man with the band. Hey, Mr. Tambourine. And proceeded to ruin the whole song. On March 15th, 1990, MCA Incorporated purchases Geffen Records for over $550 million in stock. This is 1990.
In stock?
Yeah.
Not cash, in stock.
Hey, my buddy Tiffany just popped in. Hope y'all having a good night. Well, we are. We just started. We're almost a half hour in, and I haven't moved this thing along yet. Keep getting delayed. We're too nice, Lou. These people bother us.
They want entertainment. Look, I mean.
Oh, Mark Smith says entertain me. Yeah.
The Peanut Gallery.
Yeah. Well, Tiffany, hopefully I see you tomorrow, my friend. Hopefully I see you tomorrow and Saturday. Hope all is well. And thanks for popping in. Let's see. Did I finish that? Okay. Under the agreement, I'm hanging at the hospital. You're entertaining the nurse and I. Have I not entertained you? Are you not entertained? Now, see, you put the pressure on me. You're not supposed to do that. It's all organic. Yeah. Definitely see me tomorrow Saturday. Very good, Tiff. Let's see. Under the agreement, after getting $550 million in stock, David Geffen will continue to run the record company through an employment contract. Didn't want to let go of it. Usually they do that.
Stay on somehow and be an employee. Punch the clock.
On March 16th, 1990, Flea and Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers are arrested and charged for an incident 2 days earlier at a performance in Daytona Beach during MTV Spring Break coverage, in which they allegedly sexually assaulted and verbally abused a female audience member after jumping from the stage. They are released on $2,000 bail. Hold on. Todd Sockman is in. Everybody stop the show. Todd Sockman is here. Or as I call him, a big head Todd the Wet Sprocket. He's the one that likes Todd the wet sprocket. So how are you? What did I miss? I don't know. Listen to the fucking show. Go back and start from the beginning. You don't have to bother us live. Big head Todd in the wet sprockets. Jesus. Where are we now? Okay, March 20th, Gloria Stefan's tour bus is involved in an accident and nobody cares. A riot almost breaks out in downtown LA when Depeche Mode draw a crowd. This is March 20th, 1990. They draw a crowd of 20,000 during an in-store appearance at Warehouse Entertainment to sign copies of the new album, Violator. Huge album. That's their monster album. Violator is their unforgettable fire. No, I mean their Joshua Tree. Yeah. What is the just off the top of your head? What is the album that launched the Rolling Stones into the stratosphere? What would you say?
Something early on.
You think something early on?
No. What came out in 68? Was it Beggar's Banquet? No. What they put out in 68 had Street Fight Man on it.
I gotta say, I'd have to say Sticky Fingers.
What year was that? 69?
No, 72, I think. Sticky Fingers.
I think there was Stratosphere before that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you can't really argue it, But I think Sticky Fingers is the one that really just like blew them up. They were already big, but they just see Dave Phillips' Sticky Fingers. Yeah. I mean,
could be
almost a perfect album.
It could be their best record for sure.
Okay, so veering away from 1990 as I've been doing, I don't know. Did you say it could be their best album?
Maybe the best. Yeah.
How about Some Girls? Some Girls are pretty big. That was a monster album.
Yeah, that was a good. I mean, their best modern album, maybe. Yeah. That was a great record, though. Was it taken as seriously when it first came out? Because Miss You. There was like I heard mixed. I thought Miss You was a great song, but I heard that was weird. That was alienating because of the disco lean.
Listen to the rest of it.
Times. Oh yeah,
Girl with Faraway Eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so eclectic in the songs that they put on that album. Yeah. And then Tattoo You, the follow-up, which was a lot of leftovers from Some Girls. So they say, right?
Waiting on a Friend. Is that from
Some Girls.
That's from Some Girls. Yeah.
Great song, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Great song. I mean, they're all great songs.
It's a great album. Yeah.
Let's see. March 25th, 1990. I'm ignoring Todd, Big Head Todd and the Wet Sprockets. I'm ignoring him. March 25th, 1990. Motley Crue's Tommy Lee is arrested for allegedly exposing his buttocks during a performance in Augusta, Georgia. They arrested him for that in 1990?
For mooning?
What the fuck?
What's the World Cup? What did World Cup?
The lead singer from the Cult did that in Boston. They didn't arrest him.
No, Jim Morrison either.
Yeah. Todd Sock, let's see. Where's Mark? I thought the day of the week was changed because of a better time for him. Oh, shit.
Mark got some explaining to do.
Mark's watching. Todd, if you'd watched from the beginning, you would have seen Mark and known what's going on. So I'm not going to take the time to explain to you. You're just going to have to watch. Stop being lazy. Former police chief. They're all lazy. Yeah. Everybody else does the work. They take the credit.
Ooh.
I'll say it to him. I'm not afraid of him.
No, I like this.
Not afraid of Big Head Todd and the Wet Sprockets.
I think he's entertained by it.
Yeah. Some of us work. Yeah, well, I earned my retirement. You had the choice to retire, Todd Zogman. You did, and then you stopped. So shut up. Let's see. Exile on Main Street. Dave Phillips, King of the 45, says. Exile on Main Street. Mark Smith, Waiting on a Friend dates back to It's Only Rock and Roll. Mick Taylor is on it. But it wasn't released on It's Only Rock and Roll.
No.
All right, let's get back to the show. These people are interrupting us. Me and the professor are trying to perform musical surgery here.
And entertaining.
And entertain these idiots. I mean, these people. Yeah. We could do this on our own, Lou, and still have fun.
Of course.
We don't need them. We don't need them. March 28th, 1990, the Go-Go's reunite to play a benefit concert for the California Environmental Protection Act. They play several more reunion shows later that year because they got paid. They call them reunion shows. No, big paycheck shows. That's what those.
When did they break up?
They broke up in the mid-'80s.
That early?
Yeah. They only did, 3 albums?
And they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with 3 albums, huh?
Yeah, well, just Jack would be like, whoa. They were this, they were that. They were the first, they were the last, blah, blah, blah.
Were they before the Bangles?
I think so. But they weren't as good as the Bangles.
Did they get in before the Runaways or Joan Jett?
I don't even think they were in. I had made that argument.
Really?
I said, how are they not in, but the Go-Go's are? Well, and then Jack, of course, having to argue, needing to argue with me. Just for the sake of arguing, goes into his whole diatribe, and I would just take a nap while he rambled on about whatever he rambled on. But I love you, Jack. You'll be back someday. Good. We'll be together. Anyway,
asking, where's Jack?
Yeah, I know, right? On April 5th, 1990, Michael Jackson is awarded Artist of the Decade. Little did they know. By George W. Bush at the White House. Ooh, little did he know. Well, maybe they were in on it together. These presidents are a little weird.
Okay.
Especially the one we have now. Anyway.
The secret lives of presidents.
April 6, 1990. The people are just rolling in with the comments.
Yeah.
I saw Go-Go, Psychedelic Furs, and the B-52s all in the same concert. It was amazing. Well, I'm very proud of you.
In that order?
In that order? Yeah, exactly.
Dave Phillips are the openers.
Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. As usual, Jay Giles. Every time we mention the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he has to say Jay Giles should be in. He is consistent if he's anything. On April 6, 1990, Motley Crue's Tommy Lee suffers a mild concussion after falling off scaffolding above his elevated drum kit during a performance in New Haven, Connecticut.
Is that the kid is that the one that turned upside down when he was strapped into the drum?
I don't know, but that dude was always getting hurt.
That's twice in a year. Did he land on his bare ass when he did his fall?
I don't know, but that dude was always getting banged up. Listen, I give the dude credit. He'd take some risks, man.
To play drums upside down?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So I saw them at the I don't know what the name of it is now in Fort Lauderdale. It's where the Florida Panthers play hockey. It's a big arena. I saw them the first night of their first comeback tour. So Vince Neil was still relatively good then. And Tommy Lee gets cabled up to the top of the auditorium and proceeds to have 2 drum sets on either side of the stage that high up. He had to be 80 feet in the air. And he swang back and forth playing those drums back, and then he'd swing across and play. It was insane.
You have to practice that.
Oh, you have to practice.
That's not you can't. It's got to be rigged up. I would.
No, I mean, where does he rank? Where should he rank in drummers, or is he just a great performer?
I'm not a fan of Motley Crue so much. I say he's got a good groove as a drummer. He's almost like the American equivalent, or they're like what's his name from AC? Phil Rudd, AC/DC. Right. Tom. I mean, when I've heard him, he's not super flashy.
Heavy.
Definitely heavy. He's a pounder like Dave Grohl.
Okay. Good comparison.
I think he's a good, solid drummer. I can't say anything
all right
about him. Yeah. And to play like like I said, swinging and upside down is
that. Yeah, all the stuff he did.
cool.
He was definitely innovative. He was innovative. He made it interesting. Mm-hmm. He didn't just have this big kit, but the dude.
No, he didn't. I don't think he didn't have a big drum kit. I don't think.
Sometimes he did, but I think he just knew how to make it do what other drummers couldn't do. Like how you have the whole kit set up and it does it like it circles around, goes upside down and rotates, and it was just pretty cool. April 4th, 1990, Gloria Estefan returns to Miami, Florida after undergoing back surgery from the previous post that I said I don't care about. So she got in a bus accident. She hurt her back.
Didn't she have a jet ski accident at one point too?
I don't know. She should have had a nose job.
That's
all I'm going to say. I never thought she was attractive.
While you're there, I mean, come on.
While you're there, get a nose job, Gloria Estefan.
It doesn't work then.
Yeah, it's part of her character. It didn't look good to me. Didn't work for me. That's all that matters.
And
if she came up to me in a bar and I don't care, it's Gloria Estefan, millionaire, big celebrity pop star, I'd be like, nah. Nah, it's the nose, Gloria.
I'm working for it.
Gloria, listen, I know I'm just a guy, and but nah, your nose just doesn't work for me.
So you're saying that when God was handing out noses, she thought he said roses and said, "I'll take a dozen."
You know what, Lou? It's only you in the show, you and me, and you're in the penalty box. Lou now he makes me go solo for 30 seconds. See, what the hell was that? But he does it once a show. I think he plans it. He has these drops. He's going to drop them in. He finds his moment. Him and Mark, I'm telling you, him and Mark Smith, they're up to something.
I'm always ready to drop in a vaudeville joke, man.
No, that wasn't vaudeville. That's like a bad dad joke.
Oh, it is. That was one of my father's jokes.
Bad dad joke.
It was.
I knew it. I have a million of them too. Let's see. April 7th, 1990, Neil Young, Elton John, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Guns N' Roses, and Jackson Browne perform at Farm Aid 4 in Indiana. John dedicates Candle in the Wind, Elton John, to AIDS patient Ryan White during his performance. White dies the next day.
Yeah.
Elton John killed him.
Come on.
I blame Elton John for that. I do.
Murderer.
I remember that kid, Ryan White. He got a lot of publicity. He was like the youngest AIDS. He was like the first kid.
Yeah.
To get it. That was kind of, it was a sad story. Yeah. Even back then, as callous and edgy as I was as a younger kid, I didn't care much about that shit, but that kind of touched me. Just couldn't admit it.
Well, anything like that. Well,
you don't like kids, nothing with kids. Yeah.
But also at that time we were in our early 20s, and when it became known that anybody could get it, you're like, oh boy.
Yep. Now that the show just hit a low.
Really, yeah.
I should have just.
You started that one.
I know. I said I should have just moved on. Yeah. You know what, Lou? It's all yours. I'm in the.
All right. He's a fair man, Scott McLean. He's willing to jail himself as quickly as he's willing to jail myself and Mark.
I wouldn't go that far. Not that quickly. I just had to martyr myself for a second. Had to show that I'm all about equity, diversity, and inclusivity.
This is great.
Yes, I'm all about inclusivity and equity and and diversities. I put bald men in the penalty box. I put men with hair in the penalty box.
Inclusion.
In inclusion, I include myself because, we're all one here.
You went totally Asheville there, man. You went completely. You are now an honorary citizen.
Yeah.
The last line was
I'm
it.
an honorary citizen.
You have an address now.
Hey, you know who was happy about that segment? Mark Smith.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Mark Smith.
I'm sure he's just warm and glowing right now.
Oh, he's just all happy about the inclusivity. Oh, he's all happy. I suppose he's got his Rolling Stone magazine and he's watching us and reading and listening and drinking his glass
of yellow
snake wine.
Rat tail.
Yeah, rat tail wine or something.
He's drinking his trash de blanc.
Yeah, his trash de blanc. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's see. April 13th, Madonna starts her controversial Blonde Ambition tour in Tokyo, Japan.
Wow.
April 16th, a massive tribute concert is held in Wembley Stadium to recently freed anti-apartheid activist Nelson Mandela.
Wow. That was big.
So Todd says, seriously, where's Mark? And I'm saying, seriously, watch the beginning of the fucking show.
Mark, look up. It's like the Brady Bunch. Look up.
Yeah, look up, Todd. Look up. He's right above you. I have about 3 jokes that came into my head about that, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Are you sure?
April 16th. Yeah, so the Nelson Mandela, who appears in a pre-taped 45-minute speech at the event. Oh, that would have been great. Let's get all jacked up and drunk and, whatever we were snorting or taking back then to go to this massive concert and listen to this guy, Nelson Mandela, talk for 45 minutes. And you can't understand what he's saying. You're in a stadium, a giant screen, and this guy, you got to sit there for 45 fucking minutes. Are you kidding me? Drunk? Want to talk about a buzzkill? This guy, Nelson Mandela, I was in jail fighting it. I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop.
There you go again.
Yeah, you say that. Thank you. Right now, Mark Smith just looked at his phone. Here we go again.
He's glad he's not here today.
Oh,
no
Jesus.
internet.
Yeah. Let's see. Performers included Anita Baker. Hey, I like Anita back in the day.
She's pretty sultry.
Oh boy. When I'll tell you what, there's like 3 cassettes that I had because they were cassettes because it was the 80s.
Yeah.
If they were popped in, it was on. One of them was Anita Baker's first album. Yeah. The other one was Sade. If Sade was popped in, forget it. Forget it. It's on. And then Al B. Sure. Oh shit.
That was her makeout cassette.
Oh well.
Or more.
That was the beginning of it. But anyway, Anita Baker, Tracy Chapman, Peter Gabriel, the Neville Brothers, and Neil Young. I don't know if that's a massive tribute. I don't know.
It's an interesting mix of people.
Yeah, but Tracy Chapman you had a fast car. You drive all night and we can see the light. You didn't have anything. That's all she had.
No, she had that. Give me one good reason.
Okay. So what's the rest?
That's it.
I'd rather
I think that's a 2-hit wonder.
I'd rather get the album Buckwheat Sings. I'd rather listen to that.
Yeah, I would too.
It was hilarious. Buckwheat Sings.
Oh, absolutely.
Couldn't do that today.
What is that one Diana Ross song he does? Anyway, we did it at the Spiritual Center, and as we're playing it, I'm laughing because I'm thinking buckwheat. Well, I'm trying to hold this thing together, but I'm like,
I mean, Peter Gabriel. Okay, the Neville Brothers. I mean, where does this thing go? Like, there's no high energy there, and Neil Young he's not high energy.
That's a godfather of grunge.
Oh, because he wore a fucking flannel shirt. That's it.
He had some distorted guitar.
He was a redneck from fucking Canada.
He's in his own way. He kind of is.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm touching. I'm hit and miss with Neil Young. I like some stuff, but I'm not.
Yeah. April 24th, 1990, Janet Jackson is honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. April 25th, Jimi Hendrix's Fender Stratocaster, on which he performed his famous version of the Star Spangled Banner at Woodstock, is auctioned off in London for $295,000. And now, as Mark Smith said, now it's hanging on somebody's wall. Right? Like, play it. I'd have to play it. I'm not going to break it. It's a fucking Fender Strat.
I could picture it's a horrible party, and people are passing it around, and it's got beer spilled on.
Well, there's limits.
It's like
there's limits. Like that party ain't happening in that room with that guitar.
This guitar.
No, that's the time. See, like I got it hidden away from these animals, and then it's like, hey, Lou, let's go play the fucking guitar. Let's go play the guitar.
Yeah.
Fucking on my wall. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Get the amp, Lou. Get the amp.
Get the lighter fluid.
Let's light it on
Right
fire.
on. That's perfect.
That's
Out of the driveway.
We're gonna reenact it. April 27th, 1990, Axl Rose marries model Erin Everly, daughter of singer Dawn Everly.
I wouldn't let him marry my daughter. Oh, fucking punk. You're not getting near her. I don't have a daughter. You're not marrying her.
In a Las Vegas ceremony, divorce papers are filed on May 24th.
That's funny.
Then withdrawn, then filed again in October. What the fuck? Okay, May 5th, 1990, the 35th Eurovision Song Contest is held and nobody cares. May 6th, 1990, Valerie Leonitiev, doesn't matter. May 12th, 1990, first Prague Spring International Music Festival following the Velvet Revolution. The Velvet Revolution? What kind of pussy revolution was that?
Was that when communism just whimpered out at that point?
Velvet Revolution. Like, who the hell says it's the Velvet Revolution? Hello.
It went from Iron Curtain to Velvet Revolution.
To Velvet Revolution. We're radicals.
Like velour.
They all dress in velour. Yeah. The whole march, everyone's wearing velour shirts.
What was velour made of?
I don't know, but I used to have a couple of them.
Of course.
I had a gold one and like a powder blue one.
I had a powder blue
with the V-neck, right? With the V-neck.
Yes.
Oh, good Lord. Oh man. Back in the day.
Before
there's a picture of me wearing it somewhere too. Oh man. Let's see. May 18th, 1990, the Rolling Stones opened their Urban Jungle European tour in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. On May 29th, 1990, in Canada, Toronto police threatened to arrest Madonna if she performs her simulated masturbation scene during her performance of Like a Virgin. YouTube might take me down just for saying that. On her Blonde Ambition tour. Madonna refuses to change her show, and the police decide not to press charges, later denying that they had ever threatened to do so.
Wow.
A claim refuted by footage captured during the filming of Madonna's 1991 documentary, Truth or Dare.
Wow.
That was the beginning of her decline. She had a thing in the early 90s, and then it just she started to wane.
And there was that video that Beavis and Butthead made fun of. Was it Justify My Love?
Oh, yeah. Want me, need me, feel me, justify my love.
I remember. I think Butthead said, "Look at the unit on that guy."
He did, that's right.
He made a comment of his situation.
Look at the unit on that guy. Let's see. Also on May 29th, 1990, at the Eurovision Young Musicians Competition 1990, nobody cared. On
Somebody
June 10th,
cared.
Not me. On June 10th, 1990, members of the rap group Two Live Crew are arrested and charged with obscenity after a performance in a Hollywood, Florida nightclub. Now, that's not too far-fetched. Imagine that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Uncle Luke, really? Come on.
Was this the PMRC, kind of the tentacles of other? I mean, did it extend to Clubland and live perform? I mean,
no. Well, remember, South Florida had that thing, right, with the Doors. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we just got a big message in from Swifts in King T. Hello, this is for the podcasters. This is coming in on my live stream. Hello, sorry for bothering you. Well, you fucking bothered me, all right? I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers and followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel, everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to Streamrise RU. How about you go to hell?
Solicitation.
Get the fuck. Get off my. If I wanted to promote the show, I would. It's organic. Add to block list. There you go. They're blocked. They're blocked.
Yeah, you show
them. I did.
Oh, look at that. It's all red. Oops, something went wrong. Try reloading the page.
Is that what just happened?
Something that's gone. Okay.
Oh yeah, I had the.
It wasn't me.
You know what? It was probably I had the cursor over there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. June 12th, 1990, Mariah Carey releases her debut album. That was a monster, which would go on to the Billboard charts for 11 consecutive weeks. That's when she was really cute, you know. And then she got her eyes on that Tommy Mottola. Like, that is the epitome of those two walking down the street saying, what the fuck is she doing with him?
Yeah,
I explained that to my wife one time. Her and her ex-husband. I said, you were the epitome of that. Like, you two walk down the street. I know more than one guy looked and said, what the fuck is she doing with him?
Where's she really gonna take?
Yeah. Let's see.
He was the president.
She set her sights on him. He set his sights on her. She made a lot of money.
How long were they married for? I'm assuming they're divorced. They're still married.
Oh, they've been divorced for a while.
Forever.
Yeah.
Any kids?
I don't think so.
Kids are insurance, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But I think she got a lot of money from him. So
yeah.
June 30th, 1990, Nebworth 1990, a one-off festival at Nebworth Park, England, in support of Nordorf Robbins Music Therapy. Participating musicians have all been winners of the Silver Clef Award. The acts include headliners. Now this should have been considered a massive festival or show, whatever that other one with fucking Tracy Chapman. The acts include headliners Pink Floyd, Genesis, Robert Plant, Elton John, Dire Straits, Status Quo, Eric Clapton, and others. That's a big show.
Status Quo. What was the event again? It was the
Nebworth, a one-off festival at Nebworth Park in England in support of the Nordorf Robbins Music Therapy.
Oh. Is that a well-known?
Evidently in England it is.
Okay, I would think about that lineup alone. Oh.
Yeah, music therapy. Maybe we should have a one-off concert like that for my foundation.
There we go. Which is what?
I don't know.
King of
the Herd Foundation. That's the Herd Foundation.
Good for the Herd Foundation.
Yeah, working with horses. Veterans working with horses. July 7th, 1990, the Three Tenors give their first concert at Bath's in Caligula and Caracalla. Caligula. Crazy ass movie.
The Three Tenors. Who were they?
It was what's his name?
Pavarotti.
Pavarotti was one.
Placido Domingo.
Yep, Domingo was the other one.
Johnny Cash.
Yes. Very good, Lou. That's why you're the professor.
Julio Iglesias.
Julio Iglesias. That's right. What were we thinking?
Who was the other one?
I don't know. Look it up. Someone will Google it and comment in.
Mark, where are you?
July 14th, Mark, where are you? July 14th, 1990, Jean-Michel Jarre's concert. Who cares? Well, maybe this is something. This guy's concert in Paris, La Défense, attracts 2.5 million spectators. What the fuck? Jesus. Hold on one second. Let's
how do you manage that crowd?
I don't know. Let me see something. Hold on. Is this working? Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Who are the Three Tenors?
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh, we knew he would know it. We knew Mark Smith would know it. Yeah.
Palmer was a tenor.
Bogart and a Peachy.
Yeah. Okay. So when I called you, did you have to stop watching and now you had to answer the phone?
Yeah, so I'm missing the show.
That's okay. It's not missing you. Ha! Get off my show. I hung up on him. It's not missing you. Okay, wherever we're going with this. July 21st, 1990, Roger Waters and numerous guest stars stage a performance of Pink Floyd's The Wall in Berlin, Germany, to commemorate the fall of the Berlin Wall 8 months earlier. Scorpions, Cyndi Lauper, Thomas Dolby, Sinead O'Connor, the band, and Bryan Adams are among the performers. There it is.
Have you heard some of that?
No, I probably have. I'm sure I have somewhere. Yeah. August 5th, 1990, Madonna ends her controversial Blonde Ambition tour in Nice, France. The last date was aired live and broadcast on HBO and who cares? August 13th. Oh, this one was a bad one. This was a bad day for, August 13th, 1990. Curtis Mayfield is paralyzed from the neck down in an accident at an outdoor talk about a fucking freak accident.
Yeah.
In Flatbush, Brooklyn, after stage lighting equipment collapses on top of him. What are the odds of that happening to you? Right?
I'm sure there's some negligence going on there. I mean,
fuck. Yeah. I mean, Curtis, of all people.
Yeah, it's terrible. He made some music after that, but
yeah,
he'd have to do a laying down for breathing. It's just sad, man.
Yeah,
he's underrated. He is still underrated.
Oh, absolutely. Only like your true
underrated
music people appreciate Curtis Mayfield,
right? And to know his history, going back to the Impressions and
yes.
One of my favorite old songs is "Gypsy Woman." That song's been covered so well. I love you, Gypsy Woman.
Oh yeah.
It's been covered many times, but most of the covers of that song are really good. So shows you how good the tune is.
August 19th, 1990, Leonard Bernstein conducts his final performance at Tanglewood in Massachusetts. He suffers a coughing fit in the middle of one piece, which almost brings the concert to a premature end.
And that was my 29th birthday.
August 19th?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
1990.
So you almost killed Leonard Bernstein. It's your fault.
Had a coughing fit. That's right. I'd like to see a film. I'd like to see a clip of that.
I know.
Think about it. That shit doesn't happen during those
no. You that's where everybody just kind of like that. It's a train wreck. You have to watch it happen. Just have to watch and go, wow, oh shit, what's going to happen now?
It's one thing if the violin section fucks up. They got the conductors losing it, man.
Yeah.
Who's got a recall out there?
August 22nd, 1990, James McMillan's symphonic piece, The Confession of Isabel Gowdy from Mares and Nobody Cares. August 24th, 1990, a judge rules that heavy metal band Judas Priest is not responsible for the actions of two Nevada youths who shot themselves, one fatally, after listening to the band's music in December 1985. Same thing happened with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
They were all crazy about that shit. Hey, Lou, hold on one second. I'm going to go dark for 1 second. Hold on. It's all you for a second.
All right. That Tipper Gore, the PMRC, those music lyrics making those kids do those bad things. Bands like the name Suicidal Tendencies, things like that.
But it was only a Pepsi. I only wanted a Pepsi. That's all I wanted was a Pepsi. Did you ever see that video? Suicidal Tendencies?
No.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Around that time, my brother-in-law was in a really bad car accident, and it was a head-on collision with a kid on a side road.
Ooh.
The kid had a cassette tape of Suicidal Tendencies. It was in his car when it happened.
It was playing. Yeah. And at that time, my father was like, "Do you think this kid was like, did the lyrics make him do it?" I'm like, "No." I said, my brother-in-law was a bad driver. It could have been his fault, I said, "Dad, no, don't listen to that shit." As I bit the head off a bat. I just got this. Mark Smith said that Swift's Ink King tea that was soliciting. Mark Smith says Perry just commented below.
He's doing. Todd Mark's head is in a jar tonight. We have Mark's brain in a jar.
It's in a wine bottle.
It's over here somewhere.
Let's see. Also on August 24th, 1990, Irish singer Sinead O'Connor sparks controversy when she refuses to play a concert at the Garden State Art Center in New Jersey. I wouldn't want to play in fucking New Jersey either.
Oh, come on.
Unless the venue refrains from its tradition of playing a recording of the American national anthem before the performance. She was way ahead of her time.
She had moxie, that
God
girl.
Bless her. She was so ahead of her time.
I grew up 15 minutes, or spent a good part of my life 15 minutes from the Garden State Art Center.
Okay.
Holmdel, New Jersey.
Yeah. O'Connor is heavily criticized and her music is dropped from a number of radio stations as a result. So ahead of her time.
Yeah. So what year did she tear up the picture of the Pope?
That had to be in the 80s, wasn't it? Or was it the 90s? It was
early 90s. She was on a roll. She was on a roll there.
She was on a mission. August 27th, 1990, guitarist Stevie Ray Vaughan is killed in a helicopter crash. following a concert at the
Should've been
Alpine Music Theater in East Troy. It should have been Eric Clapton.
Should have been Clapton.
Should have been Eric Clapton.
Was he supposed to? Did they switch seats?
Yeah.
Didn't Clapton make him switch seats?
Yeah, something. No, Stevie Ray Vaughan had to leave. He wanted to go see his wife or something.
Terrible. He was only 35, huh?
I know.
Man, he looked older.
So I was supposed to go on a date that night. I was in the military and I wasn't married yet. So I was about to go on a date with this. She was a hot Sacramento girl. Sacramento had some beautiful girls. That's like the real California girls. Unlike I was stationed in Northern California and Southern California. Northern California girls, real California girls, some pretty girls. It's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, but you know, it was they were all over the place. Supposed to go on a date with her, right? And I hear Stevie Ray Vaughan dies, and I call her. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling good. I got to cancel.
Wow.
I canceled. Yeah. So I just stayed in my room, and just drank and listened to Stevie Ray all night, all the way with Stevie Ray. I was bummed. I was literally bummed. That really bummed me out.
When something like that hits you, I was like when Levon Helm died.
James Honeyman Scott was the lead singer of the Pretenders. Was the first artist that when they died, I was really like, it affected me. I was upset.
What about John Lennon?
Nope.
Really?
It was like, oh, that's a bummer. I was just a huge Pretenders fan, and they had their whole career ahead of them. And he was a great guitarist, and they were just they were ready to own it. And then the ODs.
I was wondering if she would ever kind of recover from that, because I like you, I was a fan of that early lineup, a great rock and roll band, and they really weren't the same after that.
No, they weren't.
She did some good stuff, but it
would never like that again.
It didn't have that edge. It didn't have that rawness.
My friend Phil Kelly and Jack got to see him. Mark, excuse me, can we get back to 1990? I'm weaving in and out of this tonight. I'm just like, I was scrambling before I came on the air.
Mr. Smith can't be put in the penalty box. Can you block him from like?
I can't, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what? But I'd have to punish them all. Watch, I'll just take the whole chat off the screen. There you go. So now no one can see his chat. See, but everybody else pays the price, so I won't do that to them. I'll let people watch this. Let's see. He's killed in hell when he was on his way to East Troy, Wisconsin. He was 35.
What's with the Midwest and all these friggin' rock and roll crashes, man?
I don't know.
Buddy Holly.
Yep.
Otis Redding.
Yep.
I'm sure there's others. Yeah.
I'm sure. Let's see. September 4th, 1990, Walter Yetnoff steps down after 15 years as president of CBS Records in, I don't care. September 11th, 1990, after a decade of performing in the Francophone world, Celine Dion makes her formal English language debut in the United States with the release of her album Unison. That's a weird story, isn't it?
Did she sing in French before that?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Celine Dion. She never changed. She never lost her accent.
She's French Canadian, right?
Yeah.
That means you're not really French, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they think they are. Unless you're a Quebecer, then those Quebecers are like
the Canucks with a better accent.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a weird story though. Isn't she sick? Is it her husband died and she?
Yeah, he was pretty old too, but
something happened.
Her brother died too.
Yeah.
But she's got what's this disease she has though? She's like,
I don't know, but it's kind of tragic.
Yeah.
Celine Dion, I never had a problem with her. Never had a problem with her. I never like one way or another. Her music was okay, and she was kind of diva-ish. But you know what? She wasn't the worst of them all.
No,
she wasn't the worst of them all.
I'm not. I'm ambivalent toward her, but
yeah.
Didn't she sing the Titanic theme?
Yeah. The movie I'll never see.
You never saw the Titanic?
No, I have no intention to see.
I'm surprised I saw it.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, but I said this.
So just for seeing the Titanic, Lou, you're in the penalty box. See, Lou, you don't confess to seeing Titanic on this show. This is a man show, Lou. This is a man show. This is not a, fucking. All right, I'm gonna bring Lou back on. Lou, you know what I think is. I'm just gonna say this now. We're going way off topic. These
for it.
motherfuckers that watch rom-coms with their wives because their wife wants to watch a romantic comedy, and then they buy into it, and they're like, "Oh, I watched, I watched Titanic with my wife last night." Like, and not even like a romantic comedy, any type of romance movie. Like, I watched the Letter with my wife last night.
The Notebook.
The Notebook, yeah. And then what about the one in the fucking desert with the doctor or the nurse? There was the nurse.
I don't know.
I don't know what it was. He was in the army or something. It was over in. It was one of these big heartbreak movies.
Oh, those the Bridges of Madison County.
No, that's no.
That's Clint Eastwood. No.
But these motherfuckers, you know what? I don't care who's listening. I really don't. But these motherfuckers do. I went on date night with my wife the other night. What the fuck? Date night? When did this become a thing? Fucking date night. Are you kidding me?
Well, isn't any time you go out, like, are you supposed to act like it's your first, like if you take your wife or your significant
do you
other
act
dinner,
any fucking different on a date night?
Right. I think you're supposed to be more romantic.
Now, I understand women saying that, but I know men. Well, I'll use that term loosely when it comes to this. Say, me and my wife went on date night. If you're a friend of mine and you're listening to this show or you're watching this live stream, don't ever fucking say the words date night to me, because I will lose respect for you. No, what the fuck is this? Like, it's date night. How about just going to dinner with your wife?
Well, maybe that means like you haven't gone out in like forever and something. Maybe I think it had something to do initially with rekindling. And
I don't know. You know what else I'm going to bring into this? I'm going to bring out the thing that nobody ever talks about. I don't even think there's really sex at the end of a date night. I think these people have been together so long that they don't even want to have sex anymore. But they'll go out to dinner and they'll act like, oh, we're gonna have date night. We're gonna go to a movie and we go to a nice restaurant, and you should do that all the time.
There you go.
Oh fuck, date night, because we're just too busy. We have busy lives that we never see each other, so we want to go out once. It's just you going out to dinner. It's not
right. Because if you're still, you may still connected. So that, or you don't feel this,
I don't know.
We haven't spoken in 6 years,
Yeah, we're just roommates at this point. We don't even do anything. We're just roommates.
Now, I revitalized one of those marriages by getting my situation mangled in my zipper.
Oh, one of the funniest stories ever, buddy.
But it saved the marriage,
It saved the marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Smith knows the movie because he fucking watched it. English Patient. This month. If he was on the show right now. Oh, dude.
Scott, when I saw Titanic, I didn't see it in the movies. People going on and on about it. I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. I said, I'm interested in the ship sinking. I'm not interested in the love story behind it. And I've said I think Leonardo DiCaprio was totally miscast in that role. And when I said that, people were like, you're crazy. I said, no. I said it wasn't bad. I mean, I said, but I don't think he was. I didn't picture him as this young world traveled writer. It didn't work for me.
Yeah. No, Leonardo DiCaprio. What's that?
Did you see A Year to Remember? The original one? The early 50s one. It's
that's right. The black and white, right?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio's best role was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, when he just ran around and went, yeah. He's a retard. He just played the retard in Gilbert Grape.
Basketball Diaries was good.
Oh, dude. I read the book.
He can act, yeah.
I read the book. Did you read the book?
I did, yeah.
It's not a big read.
No, it's not.
You want to read a crazy fucking life story, go out and get the Basketball Diaries. Jim Carroll. Holy shit. Talk about an interesting life.
Yeah.
This dude was out of his mind.
I mean, so young.
Yeah. Out of his mind. I mean, I know me and my friends did shit when we were young.
Yeah.
But we weren't shooting up at fucking 13.
Did you see the movie Kids?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's one of those where you're like, yeah. It's like, why are they, no one's watching these children, but between you, it's been forever.
The thing about Basketball Diaries is so I don't think a lot of people know who Jim Carroll is, the Jim Carroll Band.
Yeah.
Those are people who died and it's too late, and this dude was one of the best basketball players in the city of New York. he was like a street ball legend. He was a courts legend. And no one really ever knew it. Like, and then the dude turns around and just becomes this punk rock monster. Right? It's just, I mean, it's like how there's certain people that are just that talented.
Yeah.
Like Prince was like that, right? Except he wasn't a lunatic like Jim Carroll. But if you want to read a crazy book and it's not a long read, Basketball Diaries. That's where they made the movie. And that's where the Mark Smith read it.
Yeah.
And that's where the trench coat mafia thing came from. And we know where that went.
Yeah.
So back to 1990. Let's see. September 26th, the poorly received, I don't know how they thought this was going to be anything. Remember the show Cop Rock?
Yes, I do.
Holy shit. Premieres on U.S. television. It was TV's only musical police drama, and it lasted like 4 episodes.
That's 4 too many.
Oh, my God. What were they thinking? I mean, you got like Hill Street Blues, and you had... you had what was it? NYPD Blue, and you had all these cop shows, and then they do this.
I saw an episode of it when it came. I said, "This, I can't believe I'm watching it." It was almost surreal how bad it was. Who was the guy in Hill Street Blues? He was the kind of redneck cop. Hey, Bobby Hill.
Yeah.
I saw the episode he was in. I'm like, this guy's guy, but he was going for it. He was so like his conviction.
Yeah.
Piece of musical theater crap, totally preposterous. Well, now they're doing that with Star Trek, right?
Well, Star Trek is so far gone that nobody even watches it anymore.
I don't even know the name of that show. Someone asked me that.
STD, I call it STD. Star Trek. What is it? I don't know. The D stands for something. Yeah, STD. That's what that fucking show is. They absolutely ruined that. Don't get me going on pop culture. That's a whole nother podcast.
Have you seen any of those?
No, I won't. I refuse. I stopped watching.
I thought someone was goofing on me. I'm like there's like Vulcans are singing and
no, it's horrible. The whole thing is they got the black Vulcan lady who's like, and she's the captain, and of course. Don't get me going on this. I gotta move on because I'll lose my fucking mind when it comes to that.
Like Spock, she's a human Vulcan hybrid. Only Spock's mother was a white woman. I've never seen this.
I don't know either. I just know from certain things, and I really want to move on because I'm going to lose my. I hate that. All right. Shit that ruined fucking Star Trek. Anyway, October 9th, Leonard Bernstein announces his retirement from the conducting podium. Right, not long after he had the coughing fit. Sounds like the beginning of Sweet Leaf. First album I ever owned, Black Sabbath, Master Reality. Wow. First one that was mine, not my brother's and mine. Leonard Bernstein announces his retirement from the conducting podium. He dies 5 days later.
Holy shit.
He
should have stayed working.
Isn't that what they say sometimes, right?
Wow.
Let's see, October 20th. This is a follow-up story. October 20th, a Florida jury acquits 2 live crew of the obscenity charges stemming from back in June 10th performance of their act known for its sexually explicit lyrics. Mark Smith, a friend of Uncle Luke, evidently, he's got had some type of relationship with him. He did their tapes or something. October 22nd, 1990, Pearl Jam, then named Mookie Blaylock, played their first show as a band at the Off-Ramp Club in Seattle, Washington. October 27th, Janet Jackson's Black Cat reaches #1. It's also the first song to simultaneously peak atop the Billboard Hot 100 and mainstream rock chart. Janet was big. November 6th, 1990, Madonna releases her new single. Check out the package on that, dude. Justify My Love. The unit. Check out
the unit on that guy.
Check out the unit on that guy. She releases the single Justify My Love. The accompanying music video is banned by MTV Amid international controversy, it's explicit. It's sexually explicit. They played it after midnight. That's what they did. They said we'll play it after midnight.
It was those dancers that did it. It was that one dancer just killed.
I don't know. You were just walking down this hallway, looking at rooms, and there's S&M shit going on, and there's fucking rubber suits and whatever the fuck they were doing.
That reminded me of this bar called the Milk Bar in New York City.
The Milk Bar, yeah. That's
named it. It was after Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Upstairs it was different.
I bet. November 21st, 1990, the Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger finally marries longtime girlfriend Jerry Hall in a traditional Hindu ceremony on the island of Bali. Jesus, life's rough, huh?
Wait, they're both Hindus?
Although the wedding's legality is questionable. It didn't last. I mean, they were together for a while.
Yeah.
She actually walks by in the video waiting on a friend. While they're sitting on the steps, she walks by. Yeah. Who are they sitting on the steps with? Jamaican.
Yeah. I don't know.
Peter Tosh, wasn't it?
Was it Peter Tosh? Really?
I believe it was Peter Tosh. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. November 21st. November 27th, amid growing public skepticism towards the artistic integrity of dance pop duo Milli Vanilli, as well as creative differences with frontmen Fab Morvan and Rob Pilatus. Music producer Frank Farian admits that Morvan and Pilatus had been lip syncing all their songs. Oh, he fucking dosed them in gasoline. Including hits such as Girl You Know It's True. In actuality, the tracks were composed and recorded by an ensemble of much older artists. Milli Vanilli's Grammy Award for Best New Artist is voided in the ensuing fallout. Accounts vary as to whether it was revoked or if Morvan and Pilatus returned it themselves. Yeah, he knew their secrets. That's a touchy relationship. Then they get into an argument with the guy, and he's like, I'll fucking expose you.
Yeah.
I'll bury you. Yeah. He never got any heat from it. He was the driving force behind it, too. Mm-hmm. December 1st, 1990, ABC airs a television special accompanying the Red, Hot, and Blue benefit album, in which contemporary pop performers reinterpret the songs of Cole Porter. The special includes video clips portraying societal effects of AIDS. Let's see. Mark Smith says they're sitting on the steps of the building on the cover of Physical Graffiti. Good one, buddy. Good one.
Cool.
Yeah. December 3rd, 1990. Following the banning of her Justify My Love, she dominated 1990, didn't she? Justify My Love music video on MTV. Singer Madonna appears on Nightline to defend the video.
Did Beavis and Butthead give the rebuttal on that?
Yeah. What was the guy's name? I'm Fred Caudle. What was his name? On Nightline.
Ted Koppel.
Ted Koppel. Yeah, he looked like the dude from Mad Magazine.
He did. He looked like Alfred E. Newman.
He looked at Alfred E. Newman. Yeah.
So
he had a good gig though for a long time.
Joe Biden looks like the kid from Deliverance.
Yep, he certainly does, and the kid from Deliverance is smarter than Joe Biden. So
plays a better banjo.
Yeah. On December 15th, 1990, Rod Stewart marries model Rachel Hunter. December 31st, the end of the year, the 19th annual New Year's Rockin' East. I always look forward to the end of the year, like to see who played, right? Mm-hmm. When I'm reading these things. I never read through them to see. The 19th annual New Year's Eve Rockin' Eve special airs on ABC, with appearances by the Beach Boys, Belle Biv DeVoe, the Kentucky Headhunters. Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
Nelson, the OJs, and Sweet Sensation. Oh, where did they go? Who are they?
Who were Sweet Sensation?
I have no idea.
How many of the OJs were actually OJs?
Yeah, probably two. I'd say in 90, probably two.
What were the Nelson twins' first names?
Gunner and what's the other one? I forget. Hunter.
Maybe it's Hunter.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, name all the guys in Nelson. No, in Hanson rather.
Hanson. I don't know. I don't know. Bop. How the fuck they made money off that song?
They did.
Although we've heard some horrible pop songs in our lifetime before that,
sure.
So we can't really say anything.
Well, I think that's kind of keeping in the fine tradition of that kind of a horrible crap
I don't know. Yeah. What's a better song? Bop or We Had Joy, We Had Fun, We Had Seasons in the Sun.
I'm going with Bob.
I'd have to go with Bop. Yeah.
At least it's upbeat. It's upbeat.
Hello, my mom. It's time you die.
It's not the right.
Like,
No, it's
lyrics.
Goodbye, Papa. It's hard to die.
Oh, I thought he was telling his mother she was.
No,
she
he
has
was.
to die.
He's going. No, the kid's going.
Gotta
man.
go.
It's
You gotta
terrible.
go, mom. You fucking crazy. Let me see. Also in 1990, I love the also in 1990s. Why didn't they just include it?
Yeah, really.
For the first time, Amy Grant and Gary Chapman hold a night of music at their Franklin, Tennessee Riverstone farm for local teenagers. Okay. What else is in that? I don't know. Studio. Right, Sons of after a hiatus of 7 years, the rock group Styx reformed to record a new album and tour without longtime guitarist Tommy Shaw, who was committed to Damn Yankees at the time, because Dennis DeYoung just wanted to do a stage show. Fucking guy. What the fuck? Let's see.
Grand Illusion.
Yeah. Welcome to the Grand Illusion. All right, let's see. Bands that were formed in 1990. Ace of Base. I found the time to open up my eyes.
I thought that was an 80s hit.
Right. Well, 90 was right along the cusp.
Yeah.
Another Bad Creation. That was like this little young kids like hip hop group. They were MTV babies for a while. Let's see. Big Fat Snake. I like some of these names. Bikini Kill. I've heard of Bikini Kill.
Yeah.
Bikini Kill? American punk rock band formed in Olympia, Washington. That's where I knew it. Yeah. The group originally consisted of singer-songwriter Kathleen Hanna, bassist the band pioneered the Riot Girl movement. Yeah. That's where I had heard them.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Body Count. Cop Killer. Ice-T's. Not even heavy metal. It's like thrash metal band. All black thrash metal band. The Brian Setzer Orchestra was started in 1990. Brooks and Dunn.
Oh.
I never listened.
That's going into the real modern era of today's country.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the end. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Catherine Wheel. They had a hit.
Okay.
Black Metallic. That's a good song. Who else? Let me see. Christ Agony. No, you're not gonna make it, dude.
That's a high school band name.
The Corrs. The fucking Corrs.
The Corrs. That was the Irish family.
Yeah. So I saw U2 open their tour for How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. Right? Fucking PJ Harvey was supposed to back him up, right? I get there, and the fucking Corrs are playing.
Really?
Like, what the fuck? Corrs? What do I want to see them for?
Yeah, they're Irish.
I don't care. They would fucking
They had like a couple like MTV radio hits, right? Kind of like what was that stuff? Was it like Enya? Kind of was a sort of new agey.
Well, Enya was new age. She was from Glenard,
sure.
the family, right? But that was like Oracle Flow, and she was very new age. The Corrs were just like a band.
Yeah, I think they were a family though. I think it was.
Yeah, they were a family. Yeah. So this group Demigod, right? And then there was a group called Demigods with the Z at the end, right? I wonder if there was a rivalry there. Like one guy left Demigod and started his group Demigods. I'll show you.
Like a real poor man's Pink Floyd.
Yeah, one of us is gonna make it.
That's right. But not if you put a Z at the end of your name.
I think that was that was a race to see who's gonna break up first, I think. Oh, this was a good one. In 1990, the group Dr. Phibes and the House of Wax Equations.
Ooh.
Right. Who's that a play on? Who? What actor?
Oh, Vincent Price.
There you go. Right.
Dr. Phibes.
Only a real horror movie fan would get those.
That stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those old classics are playing again.
The
Yeah,
Abominable
Halloween.
Dr. Fives. Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that. I think I saw that at drive-in with my
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria. Yeah, Vincent Price.
He did legitimate stuff before the horror stuff.
Oh yeah, but he was the greatest horror guy ever.
Yeah, of all time. Better than Christopher Lee.
Well, Christopher Lee was just Dracula.
Dracula.
He was the greatest Dracula of all time. And Vincent Price played all different characters.
Yeah. Do you think Christopher Lee was better than Bela Lugosi? I mean,
yeah. Christopher Lee. I posted something today on Facebook, right? And it's this dude. He's talking. He goes, Christopher Lee was like an animal. Like he witnessed the last beheading by guillotine. He's related to like some fucking king. He climbed like Mount Vesuvius 3 days before it erupted. Like he did the dude's life. He's like a master fencer, like a world-class fencer. Okay. He sang opera. Like Christopher Lee is like a fucking madman.
Renaissance man, kind of.
Madman. Like the shit he did. You know, I want to be in the Harry Potter. I'm a big fan of the books. He wrote them a letter, said, I want to be in it. Oh, you're in it. Christopher Lee, you're in it. Yeah.
I like those though. I don't know who directed or what movie house did those.
Hammer Films.
Hammer Films. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember the magazines?
Yeah. The Monster magazines. Yeah. Let's see. Who else was formed in 1990? Ground Zero, Groove into the G's, H-Town. They were like a 90s band. Let's go to the next page, see what we got over here. The Hellbillies. I don't think.
I like the name.
House of Pain. House of Pain started in 1990. Fast rise, fast descent. But greatest one-hit wonder ever, I think. With Jump Around. John Spencer Blues Explosion. Formed in 1990.
Where'd that go?
It exploded.
It kind of, yeah, I remember hearing about John Spencer.
Yeah. Local H, they had a kind of a little hit in the 90s.
Okay.
Something on the floor. Lords of the Underground, hip hop group. They were good. The Milk Cult. Oh boy. The Neptunes with Pharrell. They were in the New Power Generation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Prince's backup band. They were formed in 1990. Pearl Jam was started in 1990. Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I jumped up quick.
Yeah. At the same time, the group Pigface started in 1990. I wonder who won that race. The Prodigy. Firestarter. I'm your Firestarter. Smack my bitch up. Prodigy was good. Prodigy was really the DJ. The lead singer was kind of like that, he had the look with the crazy clown hair and he's very aggressive and he had that really scratchy, heavy voice. But the Prodigy was the DJ that made that all happen. I suppose you weren't a fan.
No.
Robin Fab. Robin Fab started in 1990.
Okay.
Yeah, Robin Fab.
Is that where they were before Milli Vanilli?
Yeah, no, that's where they were after Milli Vanilli. They tried to come back like, we can sing. I remember they did press conferences.
Oh, okay, right.
Like, we can sing that. We sang that, and then just, unfortunately, Rob committed suicide later on. Yeah. Sad story.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see any of that. I think he was one of them tortured souls anyways. Getting TLC.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you know who formed in 1990? The Three Tenors.
Which we can name two.
All right. Placido Domingo.
Jim Neighbors was the other tenor.
Luciano Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, and Jose Carreras.
Who?
Exactly.
They couldn't find someone else.
They couldn't find somebody more popular.
He must have been good.
Tool was formed in 1990. They're playing down here in Miami, but the tickets are like, no. I'm
Really?
not going to do it. Do it. The Verve. The Verve was started in 1990.
All right.
Bittersweet Symphony and Lucky Man. And I just listened to, if you want to hear a good album, Lou, the Verve's last album, Forth, Forth. Fucking great album. It really is a great album.
Yeah.
If you ever want to hear it, just check it out. I think you'll like it. I think Mark would like it too. And that was it for those bands. What was this last one? All right. Bands that broke up in 1990. Let's see who broke up in 1990 of any significance. No, not them. No, not so far. No one really that matters. The Del Fuegos, a local Boston band.
They broke up.
Don't run wild. They were big around Boston.
Yeah, didn't they do the Miller commercials?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
They said, we play folk music. It's music for folks.
Yeah, that's right. I'm having a...
And they were mentioning a song by somebody. Who was a band? And I took my sister to see the Del Fuegos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, I can't think of the name of the band.
The Eurythmics broke up in 1990.
Oh.
Yep, Eurythmics. Let's see. The Heartbreakers, they broke up.
Okay.
I don't think...
Oh, yeah, but no.
But the Heartbreakers, not as in Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, Johnny Thunders. Okay.
Johnny Thunders from the New York Dolls. Yeah.
That's another band I'm ambivalent about.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. broke up in 1990. I guess they couldn't heal that broken wing.
Yeah. I think it was over a girl named Kaylee. What's the name of that song?
I don't know. Pussy Galore broke up in 1990. Right? Pussy Galore.
So that's a hair band. That's a hair band.
Remember that band that you said that the something they end in a C? You know, the C's. Something.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to. They broke up in 1992.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to. What was the reference? I think we did the year they formed.
Yeah, we did the year they formed.
77 or something.
Yeah. Shalimar broke up in 90. They were kind of an 80s dance, club band, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spandau Ballet. So true. So funny how it seems.
Go.
That was that whole, that was that whole like shot. They all wore suits.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was the Style Council. That was kind of a thing for a while.
Weren't they called that genre? Weren't they the New Romantics?
Yeah, that's right. That's a good call. Yeah, that's right.
The new one.
Let's see. Not them.
Spandau Ballet comes up in a movie of 1990.
Oh,
interesting. I was surprised when I saw it.
Okay, what is it?
It's an original movie, The Craze, about the English crime, the brothers that were gangsters in London during the swing in London.
Craze, yeah. That was with
Tom Hardy played.
Tom Hardy played both. Great fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, I had to see it because I want to see a clip of it, and I'm like, I saw a scene. I'm like, that was pretty.
Dude, have you watched the movie yet?
No, I just saw the clip, but I'm gonna say
fucking brilliant performance by Tom Hardy.
Oh, I know. I would just
everything he does is great.
Yeah, that's true.
But you have to watch that. Watch that this weekend or something, dude.
I will.
Such a great movie. He is just brilliant in that fucking movie.
Well, that's why I heard he did the remake of it. So I went to YouTube to see it. I was like, holy shit, this looks great.
Just remember this line: "Fuck you and fuck your face." Remember that line.
Okay.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck your face.
And the original Craze, the one that came out in 90, it's the two guys from Spandau Ballet, the Kemp brothers.
That's right.
There
you go.
The player and the keeper. So they were good. I mean, I thought the movie was pretty good.
But not the Tom Hardy version, which makes it so much better. That's right. Yeah. The brothers from Spandau Ballet. Yeah. That's right.
It's like, oh, they're actors too. I thought they were like, it was pretty violent in some way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Wang Chung broke up in 1990.
They're still Wang Chunging tonight.
Still Wang Chung.
You never stop.
No, you never stop Wang Chunging tonight. Yeah. Never stop.
That reminded me of Chung King Chinese food commercials.
Chung King Chinese food. Yeah. Real American.
La Choy makes
Chinese food. Real American. That's right. Chung King was the whole other one. Yeah.
I'll have the Wang Chung egg roll and some hot and sour soup, please.
Yeah. To Live and Die in LA, one of their better songs. That's a great song.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Whitesnake broke up. I don't know. Was that the third time they broke up? The first time, and then it was a couple more times after that.
Wow. Who left?
Yeah, I don't know.
When in 1990?
In 90, yeah.
Oh, so okay. Well, that's after the big.
That was
Big
David Coverdale left
Yeah.
because he made it big on his own. And he thought I could be a solo artist now, and well, found out like David Lee Roth, it's not that easy.
No, it's not. And now he looks like an old lesbian and has an antique shop.
Jesus, that dude, he should have kept the blonde. When I saw him with black hair, I'm
it's
like,
the hair. These
yeah.
guys have hair, but why make yourself look like that?
I don't know.
I mean, Bon Jovi's wearing the turtlenecks to hide the croupy neck now.
Jesus,
We're all getting older, buddy. You know what I mean?
yeah, we don't look like old lesbians. Not you and me, Lou.
No, that's not happening. I'm not on the website.
And that's it. That's all. Those are the bands that broke up in 1990. You know what? Let's get into some movies.
Yeah,
Let's change it up now. Get into it.
There were some good movies in 1990.
Some good movies. Good movies.
I mentioned The Craze.
Let's go back and forth. What do you got?
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Yep.
Classic. I think that's probably, and this is a lot for me to say this, it's probably the best gangster movie ever done. I think it's even. I'm giving it a few points above The Godfather, or just a slight hair above The Godfather, and that's.
Ooh, I don't know, buddy.
What was in your opinion?
It's Godfather 1 and 2. Those are flip of a coin.
I know, but there's something about
those are the originators.
Well, man. I know, and to me, it flip flops sometimes. But lately, I've seen Goodfellas a couple times in the last year, and I'm like,
it's great. Do not get me wrong. Yeah, it could be the second best, but I wouldn't, or third after 1 and 2. Which put it this way, in my opinion, 1 and 2 are so high up there. Oh, if you're below, like the first one below them, then you're a fucking iconic gangster movie.
Well, Goodfellas is still iconic, but I think somehow for realism, just it's the phase I've been in. But for me to say that, I mean, The Godfather may pop back up next time I see it, but
yeah,
I've always had Godfather, above Goodfellas. But in the last year or two, I've been kind of, I don't know, it's just maybe just preferential. But I mean, no denying the greatness of The Godfather 1 and 2, though. I mean,
yeah,
the sequel in some ways people think is better than the first one.
Yeah.
Well, for sentimental reasons, I do like the first one.
Dances with Wolves came out in 1990.
Yep.
Actually got best film.
Did it? Okay. Yeah. He's done some good things.
Let's see. What else?
Well, this is terrible. The Godfather Part 3.
Oh, no. Yeah, I saw it once and I was so disappointed. I can't believe I didn't just walk out of that thing.
I sat through just to do. I was just like, wow, this is.
Oh man,
this could have been better. I mean, it could have been a lot better. I don't know why he made that the way it was. It just.
When the fucking helicopters started shooting,
oh my god,
that was they jumped the shark. Like I was like, this
totally
is,
jumped the shark.
This is so bad. It started off though. The first like 10 minutes, the Vatican scenes.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, this is going to be great.
Yeah. And the cinematography, of course, was beautiful, but that didn't save it.
And then Andy Garcia thinking, everyone's like, he looks like a young Al Pacino. He could play his son. Yeah. And he tried to be like Michael in Godfather 2. Yeah. Andy Garcia tried to be that. Just didn't work. Couldn't pull it off.
Well, he went from, this crude street thug to the suave Don in about a half hour. And he's screwing his cousin. Come on.
Yeah.
And when he rode up on the horse,
and
shot. I mean, where'd you learn to ride a horse being a street?
It was just so over the top, Stu. And then you got what's his name?
Eli Wallach chewing scenery.
Yeah.
He was overacting so much.
Then you got what's his name?
Joe Mantegna.
Yeah. No, it was I just had his name. He filled in for Tom Hagen for Robert Duvall's part. Dude that always had the tan in his hair.
Oh, George Hamilton.
George Hamilton played the fucking consigliere. Are you kidding me? George Hamilton, really? I mean, they absolutely just a piece of shit movie.
I forgot about his role in it. And
it was a forgettable role.
Yeah. Right. He was supposed to be
a forgettable role.
Yeah, I guess he was supposed to be like a slick mafia lawyer or something. But and John Savage played Tom Hagen's son as a priest in this gratuitous role.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, his character worked for the Pope, But yeah, but the way they tied that in with the assassination, or I say it's the assassination.
It was. A lot of people say that, yeah.
John Paul I, my favorite Pope, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't recognize non-Italian popes.
Yeah, this guy today he's a disaster. They got to him too. The woke got to him too. Bullshit. Perry Dedovich, the AI popped in. He said, I'm watching You've Got Mail right now on my Apple Watch. What the fuck, Perry?
Rom-coms on a watch.
You can't have like a fucking 92-inch screen.
Yeah, really.
Like you can watch it on anything you want. You just doesn't Perry just touch things and like
it plays behind
like,
his eyes.
Movie, the dude that touched things and he could be like, what was it? It was some sci-fi movie and like he could start shit up just by touching it. I forget, but You've Got Mail. Jesus, that's the one. They're in Seattle or something, and it's with that's Meg Ryan. Is Meg Ryan in there? Yeah, and Billy Crystal.
So that was the starting of online dating.
Yeah. You've Got Mail. I still have an AOL account. At least I don't have a fucking Hotmail account. Some people still have Hotmail. Like Jesus Christ.
No.
Okay.
What was the first rom-com? In my mind, it's Mystic Pizza.
I wouldn't know because I didn't see that either. I don't like comedies too much. They have to be dark humor. They have to be dark humor, and I definitely don't like romantic comedies. Something About Mary was funny. I'll give because there was a lot of funny bits in it.
Frank and Beans.
Frank and Beans, great. I mean, just a lot of the hair scene.
And the old lady been out in the sun too long.
Yeah, that's good, but Well, all right, let's move on. Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. What were you going to say?
Gross out comedies are kind of cool.
Yeah. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 came out in 1990. Yeah, that's an ongoing series.
Yep.
What else came out?
One of the scariest movies I've ever seen. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
With Michael Rooker in his first role.
Yeah.
And that was very real. A very real movie.
A Kevin Bacon movie came out. Imagine that in 1990. Tremors.
Tremors
came out then.
Bonfire of the Vanities. Big flop.
Okay. Yeah, big flop.
Big flop.
Hard to Kill. Steven Seagal.
Yep. Is that one? Which was the one? He was the chef on the ship. He was the.
Oh yeah. I don't know the name of that one. Yeah, Hard to Kill was a good one though. The fight in the pool hall when he takes the fucking.
I've seen it, but I don't remember that.
Oh, it's great. He uses the pool balls. I mean, Steven Seagal in the day was good. He was a good action star.
Mm-hmm.
As he got older, he's a little ridiculous. But Perry says he loved Tremors 1. Tremors 1 was a good movie, actually.
There were sequels.
Yeah. All about the probably underground worms. I can't see it being anything else.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Captain America.
Oh, Jesus.
Ever see that one?
I did. Oof. That's all I got to say to that is oof.
It is so bad. Like, you're a superhero, huh?
Do superhero movies back then.
I can do that. Yeah. I mean, he's losing fights. You don't lose fights when you're a superhero. That was just
My Beautiful Wife, Dr. Vera's favorite movie ever came out in 1990. Favorite movie ever. We actually went on the Allure. At the time, it was the biggest cruise ship in the world. She took me, started my 50th birthday 10 years ago, tour. She brought me on my first cruise. And there's a sign, there's a marquee with this poster in it. And if you've never seen this movie, you really, really, really should see it. Cinema Paradiso.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
I'm not seen it, but
yeah, it's a kind of a World War II movie.
Okay.
Really, really fucking. She made me. I'm like, nah. She's like, no, you have to watch this movie. All right. She's not demanding, and she said, and I'll tell you what, man, it's a fucking great movie. It really is. Cinema Paradiso. So watch it.
That came out in 1990?
Came out in 1990. Let me see. Marie Martin's here. Hello, Marie. My students' answer for what is patriarchy, Captain America. Yeah. I'll tell your students they're fucking right. Tough shit. That's what you say then. Tough shit.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's a
and why are we talking about
He's a true patriarch.
Anyways? Marie, why are we even talking about patriarchy in school? Well, no, Marie's she's a good. I've just busted him. But yeah, Captain, I'd say you're fucking right, Captain America. Remember that. Moving on would have been my next statement.
But he's a gentleman also.
Yeah. So give me a movie.
Let's see. Did you say The Exorcist 3? No, you didn't.
I didn't say it. No.
George C. Scott.
Yeah, I did see it though. Yeah, it wasn't that good. Wasn't that good.
No.
Wasn't that the one where she was walking down the stairs?
I think that's the director's cut of the original.
Climbing on the wall. Yeah, the original one, she walked down the stairs like the
backwards.
They call it the spider scene.
That's the wigs me out. I don't remember the other. I saw 2 and 3, but I don't.
I'm getting congested here. I don't know why. I hate that. Nightbreed. That was a good horror movie. Yeah, Nightbreed.
How about The Grifters?
The Grifters.
Good movie.
Let me
John
see.
Cusack. And
yeah, good movie.
Annette Bening. Yep. Angelica Houston.
Mark Smith. Cinema Paradiso is great. The soundtrack is awesome. So Lou, you got to see it.
I will.
And anybody else watching or listening, watch that. It's a really good movie.
I have to see that. The Craze, or the one with Tom Hardy is not called The Craze.
No. You can Google it.
Yeah, and Once Upon a Time in America.
That's a good movie.
That's I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm getting verklempt as well.
Yeah. The Hunt for Red October came out in 1990.
Yes, it did.
Yep.
With Sean Connery with a
Roll Tide.
Best wig in the business.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about Awakenings?
Oh shit, with Robert. Robert De Niro and
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Yeah.
What do you want to do today? Everything.
House Party with Kid and Play. That was a pretty big movie. Yeah.
One of my favorite stupid movies.
And John Witherspoon in it. John Witherspoon was one of the funniest fucking guys you'd ever had. John Witherspoon. Did you see the movie Friday with Ice Cube?
No.
John Witherspoon was this black guy. The funniest motherfucker I ever watched on a screen. Just hilarious. Funny dude, man. Look him up. You'll see some of the movies he was in. If you've never seen Friday, right, with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, and then Next Friday and Friday After Next, I'm telling you, Friday After Next was actually a Christmas movie, right?
Okay.
It has to be, in my opinion, the funniest trilogy movie ever made. The funniest trilogy of movies ever, like related to each other.
Okay.
Each one is a little funnier than the last. And brilliant movies, brilliant writing, comedy, situational. You got to watch the trilogy. I'm telling you, put that down on your list too.
I've seen them on the streaming.
Oh, Friday, Next Friday, and Friday After Next.
All right.
Funniest trilogy of comedy movies ever. And I'm not a big comedy guy. Remember that.
I'm not either.
So what does that tell you?
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck. Yeah. What do you got?
Let's see. Dick Tracy.
Oh, with Madonna.
Madonna.
And Warren Beatty.
Al Pacino.
Then they just decided to get all this publicity and say they were dating. They weren't dating. She wanted to say she dated Warren Beatty. He wanted a younger woman. They said, let's make this work for us.
And then he saw The Grifters with Annette Bening. He's like, nah.
Yeah, I need a real one. Yeah. But like she would do these interviews and he'd be sitting in the background, like, nonchalant. Like it was just fucking. Joe versus the Volcano came out in 1990.
One of my favorite stupid movies.
So listen to this lineup: Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, Lloyd Bridges, Robert Stack, Abe Vigoda, Dan Hedaya. I mean, it was Nathan Lane. It's a great lineup. Great cast.
One of my favorite lines. I think I have a brain cloud. Ever work in one of those buildings? Actually, Perry and I worked in graphic arts. There's no light. You walk in, there's no windows.
Oh,
so you go inside. It's just gray with that weird panel fluorescent lighting.
Yeah,
and you're just like, what day, time?
It's like being in a casino, except it's not as bright.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
there's no drinking involved.
What do you got?
Probably the greatest rom-com of all time. And I've seen this so many times. It's called Ghost.
Oh.
And yes, I did see it.
I think like I've never seen a Rambo movie, but
Really?
I've seen
You didn't
enough
see the
bits
first
and
one?
pieces of it.
that you know. Yeah.
To piece it together. I think Ghost is that for me. I've seen enough bits and pieces.
Ditto.
This is a real edgy cop movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Blue Steel,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and Ron
yeah.
Silver. Ron Silver always played a bad guy. He's always playing a bad guy.
Big character actor.
Yes, yes. What else?
Miller's Crossing.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Good movie. Gabriel Byrne, Albert Finney.
Yep.
Albert Finney. He's old. Is he English or Irish? I think he's English.
Yeah.
It's a classic mid-60s period on.
Yep. Let's see. Wild Orchid with Mickey Rourke and Jacqueline Bisset. Ooh, that was kind of a
Jacqueline Bisset.
That was a one of those heated movies.
I haven't thought about her in a long time. She was one of those like sleeper beauties of the 70s. She was
certainly was.
She was hot, but she wasn't this sensational like that.
Dude, that scene of her in the show, in the movie The Deep, when she comes out of the water.
That's right.
Just the t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
I bet. The Deep.
Exactly.
That was right after Jaws.
Yeah. So they were playing off that whole thing.
It
was about a moray eel. A giant moray eel.
Do you remember Grizzly?
Yeah, I do.
It was after Jaws. It was about animals that could do a lot of fucking damage. But I remember the one scene in Grizzly, the bear goes rah and does a swipe, and you see somebody's arm fly about the length of a football field. And it's all over. Grizzly.
Yep.
Horrible movie.
What do you
got? My Blue Heaven.
My Blue Heaven. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Tales from the Dark Side was that creepy Sunday night show. It was on at like fucking 11 o'clock on Sunday night. It had this real creepy beginning. It always gave me the willies.
Yeah, with that weird screech, voice.
And the screen and the like.
What was that thing called?
Huh?
Was that called the Crypt Keeper, wasn't it?
No, that was Tales from the Crypt. This is Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh, okay, right.
Tales from the Dark Side, yeah.
That was Sunday
Tales from the Crypt was on HBO. Tales from the Dark Side, I think, was on CBS.
Okay.
Sunday nights, like I said, around 11.
All right.
What else you got?
Misery.
Ooh, I can't believe that was 1990.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus. Cadillac Man. Robin Williams, Tim Robbins.
Okay, right.
Yeah, Fran Drescher, Laurie Petty. Laurie Petty, Tank Girl. Big Tank Girl. What do you got?
I got Home Alone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good one. Back to the Future, Part 3.
I've never seen any of them.
Oh, okay. I saw 1. 2 I wasn't impressed with, so I didn't see 3.
I got
what else you got?
The movie Avalon.
Avalon. Yep. Not to be confused with the song.
Yeah, was that
Roxy Music?
Roxy Music, yeah. Avalon.
Frankenhooker came out in 1990. Yeah.
Who was in that movie?
Oh, Frankenhooker, come on.
I didn't see it.
Patty Mullen, Louise Lasser from Mary Hartman.
Wow, yeah.
Right? Robert Bob Martin. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I remember it.
So it was a Louise Lasser vehicle, huh?
It was put out from, not Touchstones Pictures, not TriStar, Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment. That's who made the fucking movie. Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment.
They had to clear out
classic movies.
They had to clear out the what do you call the set to do a porn movie after that later on.
Jesus,
yeah. Hurry this set up. Oh my!
They didn't even clean up. They just went right in. It's a Frankenhooker movie. So they used what was left over from the other porn movie as props.
Shapiro and Glickenheim. What was it called?
Yeah. Glickenhaus. Yeah, entertainment. Yeah,
that's entertainment.
What else you got?
That's all I got for movies.
Total Recall.
Okay.
Came out in 1990.
Right.
Another 48 Hours came out in 1990. Gremlins 2. RoboCop 2.
I like RoboCop.
Yeah. Ghost Dad. Another number 2. Die Hard 2. Right, came out.
Okay.
This epic classic, Jetsons the movie. Right.
Who was in that?
I don't know. Jets. It was. Let me see. Georgia, Tiffany, Pat.
Tim
Nobody that we know.
Really?
Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc was in it. Yeah. The Adventures of Fort Fairlane, as I mentioned earlier, with the Billy Idol "Rock the Cradle of Love."
The Dice Man.
Dice Man. Yeah, I loved it. I saw that movie like 4 times in the movie theater.
Did you?
I did. Let's see. Oh yeah, Arachnophobia. Remember the spiders?
Okay. Yeah.
Spider movie? I wouldn't see that fucking thing.
Nah, I don't like bugs.
Young Guns 2. There was a lot of number 2s in 1990. That means those movies in the 80s were selling good.
Look at Marie's comment.
How many 2s could it be? The lack of creativity? No, I think it was capitalizing on the success of all the 1s, because all the 2s had big box office hits with the 1s. So I think when you get into the 3s, Marie, that's when you're in for the money grab and the lack of creativity.
Godfather.
It's just a money grab. Yeah. Mo Better Blues, Wesley Snipes, Giancarlo Esposito. You know who that is?
Yeah, but he's bugging out from Do the Right Thing and Gus Fring, Breaking Bad.
Young Gus Fring, yes.
Gus Fring, yeah.
From Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Did you see Do the Right Thing?
I did.
He was great in that.
Oh, yeah.
Sal, we're going to boycott your fat pasta ass.
Yeah, it's a great movie, man.
It was a great movie.
He's an interesting dude, Giancarlo Esposito. He's had a pretty interesting career. Yeah. But Gus Fring really sent them over the edge. Launched him. What a great character.
Yeah. Ice water in his veins.
Yes. Wild at Heart came out. Willem Dafoe, Laura Dern, Nicolas Cage. That was a crazy movie.
That's right.
That was a crazy movie. Pump Up the Volume came out in 1990.
Christian Slater? No.
Wait. Delta Force 2, The Colombian Connection. Now that's a 2 I probably didn't bother seeing. The Witches. The Witches came in. Angelica Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Them things. Let me see. I want to finish this off. Postcards from the Edge. State of Grace.
State of Grace. That was the movie about the Irish Mafia, right? Ed Harris and Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, Ed Harris, yeah.
That was a good movie.
Gary Oldman, Robin White, John Turturro, John C. Reilly. Very underrated actor. John C. Reilly is a really good actor.
Yes, he is.
He was really good in
Platoon.
Yeah.
He plays a great weasel.
Magnolia, the movie Magnolia. He was really good in that.
Wait, is that a rom-com?
No, Magnolia. No, that's with what's his name? Mission Impossible dude.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Okay.
Really good movie. King of New York came out. Great Christopher Walken movie.
Yep.
Texasville came out. Let me see. Desperate Hours with Mickey Rourke. That's a good movie. Anything with Mickey Rourke in the 80s was good.
Angel Heart.
Yep. Let me see. Let's get a couple more in here, then we'll move on. Troll 2. Jesus. Quickly Down Under came out in 1990.
Was that Paul Hogan?
Yeah. That was Tom Selleck.
God, Marie.
Barfly. To my friends.
Oh man.
Oh, great fucking movie.
A downer. Oh my God.
Willem Dafoe in the what is it? The Boondock Saints. What was up with him in that movie?
I saw that once.
He's like, he goes to bed with this dude, then he's like, he wakes up in the morning, tells him, get the fuck out of here, you like what? He was this bizarre cop, like Willem Dafoe. He was in that movie that they did. It was based on the making of Nosferatu.
Oh, he played Max Schreck.
Yeah. No, I don't think he played Max Schreck. I think wasn't he the producer of the?
Yeah, he was.
Was he Max Schreck in that movie?
I don't know.
He might. Now I'm confused.
I thought he was, but
Graveyard Shift came out in 1990.
I made a comment. Marie, Barfly and Ironweed are a great double feature.
Oh God. Let's see. Frankenstein Unbound came out in 1990. Graffiti Bridge with Prince came out. Right, yeah. Horace Day and Jerome, The Time. Mavis Staples was there. George Clinton. Tevin Campbell. He was a Prince prodigy, and then Prince just like, all right, I'm done with you, and he moved. And Tevin Campbell never made it again anywhere.
Never heard of him.
Another Child's Play 2 came out. Psycho 4, the beginning.
Was Anthony Perkins even in that one?
I don't think so. Rocky 5 came out. Stephen King's It came out in 1990. The first one, the first iteration. Predator 2. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Let me see. The Rookie. Edward Scissorhands came out in 1990. Mermaids, never saw it, but heard about it. Bonfire of the Vanities, you said that. Kindergarten Cop came out in 1990. And Green Card came out in 1990.
With Gerard Depardieu.
They're all good movies, man.
Wasn't Andy McDowell in that too?
Amy McDowell or Andy McDowell?
Andy McDowell.
Let me see.
Asheville.
Yep, Andy McDowell. Yeah.
She's Asheville hometown girl.
Baby Newworth. BB Newworth. She's the one from Frasier.
Frasier. Yeah. She was Lilith.
Lilith, yeah, good looking woman.
Sexy nerd, yeah.
Yeah. BB Newworth.
I like the part where they're both seducing each other on the show, but their language is getting more and more intense.
Yeah. Let's move on to singles. Top 10 singles this week in 1990. We're over 2 hours, Lou. I think we're going to make it under 2.5, maybe.
I think so, okay.
Maybe.
We didn't mention any notable albums, though, did we?
Oh, we didn't do any albums. Let's see. No, do you have some?
I do.
Yeah, break them up.
Okay. Kind of big things. Well, some pretty cool stuff. Gold Afternoon Fix by The Church.
Oh yeah, yep. 19. That had Metropolis on it.
Metropolis on. There's mostly drum machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have 2 lead guitarists.
Yeah.
Not a really like they take turns, but they have 2 lead guitarists. I was telling Mark, I saw them 2 Saturdays ago. They were phenomenal, dude.
Right,
Great musicians. You would have loved it, dude.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the band. Well, it's funny. One of my friends, he's a wine salesman. I saw him today, and I said, a friend of mine saw The Church a couple weeks ago, and he goes, "This is the first time I've not seen them ever play. Like, he didn't go anywhere this year. Like, wherever he goes, he's a huge fan. He's seen the club shows." But anyway, I mentioned you got a set list, but yeah, the 2 guitar players. I think it's just Steve Kilby, the bass player and singer now. I think he's the last original guy.
Is he the last original one? Because I know the guy, the guitarist that gave me the set list is from a group called Powderfinger. He became official in like 2014.
Yeah, I think they've been playing for a long time, at least 10 years.
Yeah, they have.
Now. Yeah, but I think Steve Kilby is the last original member.
Yeah.
But the drummer for the guy who played for The Church, J.D. Dougherty from Patti Smith Group, that guy's played with so many people, Television, Richard Lloyd, but yeah, I would love to see them. But I thought that was a good album. But there was a follow-up to Starfish that had Underneath the Milky Way.
Tough album to follow up to.
And they didn't. It didn't do it. But
they actually started off. I think the second song was one of the songs from Starfish. They probably did like 3 songs, I think, off of that album. Yeah.
Okay.
Reptile's on Starfish too, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So they played Reptile. They played Under the Milky Way. I forget the second song. So I think they played 4 songs off of Starfish.
Okay.
Great fucking album.
Yeah, that's a great album.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Shake Your Money Maker, Black Crowes came out in 1990.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
No Depression from the band Uncle Tupelo. That started the whole alt rock country movement.
Okay.
Jeff Tweedy from Wilco was in that.
Yeah.
Jay Farr from Sunvault. They did, they were that musical form became called No Depression. So I kind of coined the term, but that really did start a lot of that whole old country. Goo from Sonic Youth came out.
Oh, that was a good album.
That was a big album.
Yeah.
Behind the Mask, Fleetwood Mac. That did not have a hit. That was the album after Tango in the Night. Didn't really do much.
I get a list right here. The Monkees' Missing Links Volume 2 came out in 1990.
Jesus Christ. Like outtakes from the Monkees?
I don't know what the fuck that was, but what else?
Let's see.
Blue Sky Mining by Midnight Oil.
Yep. What's it called? The Caution Horses, the Cowboy Junkies.
Oh yeah. I liked the Trinity Sessions. Then I kind of fell off them for a little while. The Cramps, Stay
Cramps.
Slick. The
Yep.
Cramps, underrated band, man.
Yeah.
Underrated band.
Yep.
Very different band.
Lux Interior and Poison Ivy.
Yep.
Concrete Blonde put out Bloodletting.
That's a great album. I have that album.
Has that got Joey on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joey, it's got dude, you got to listen to it. What's her name?
Jeanette Napolitano.
Jeanette Napolitano. Dude, her voice is
Pretty powerful voice.
oh man, it's like unmatched. I think I don't know why they never took off. They were a good band. Her voice strong. Then that chick's from Four Non Blondes. Hey, she came. It sounded just like her.
Yeah,
Like a total rip off of her.
And the name similarity.
Yeah. Concrete Blonde, Four Non Blondes. Yeah. I didn't like that.
Well, what's going on is one of the most derided songs of the 90s now.
What's that? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's other musicians are digging on it. They can rap.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
on it rather, but
Yeah.
Here's a pretty cool little offshoot album. It was the Hindu Love Gods. It was
the Hindu Love Gods. That's right. 1980. Yeah.
Warren Zevon and REM.
Yeah.
They had a little radio hit with they covered Raspberry Beret.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I heard that. Yes.
They're pretty cool little album, real low key stuff, but really good.
Peter Wolf came out with Up to No Good.
Did that have Lights Out?
I don't know if that might have been a little earlier than that one.
I think that song is keeping Jay Giles Band, even though it was a Peter Wolf thing, out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
What else?
All Shook Down it was the last album by the Replacements.
I was never a big Replacements.
I was for 15 minutes early on. But then this was the only record. I think it's one of their best records, and they're not even. Most of the guys aren't even on it.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be a Paul Westerberg solo album, so in a sense, it really is. But it's got the Replacements on. But I mean, the drummer's not even on it hardly, and I was never a big fan of him. I thought, like I said, they had better songs than they were a band.
Yeah,
but that was it.
Sinead O'Connor came out with "I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got."
Yep,
big album.
Ritual de lo Habitual.
Jane's Addiction. Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, absolutely. Does that have, let me see something. Let's keep naming something. I want to see if this is off. I think this is off. Go on.
Bossa Nova by the Pixies.
Pixies, yeah.
In the Heart of a Young, Winger. Brick by Brick, Iggy Pop. We have
had candy, I still love you so. It had Jane's Addiction had this on it. Hold on. Get the volume up. Ready?
Señores y señoras, nosotros tenemos más influencia con sus hijos que tú tienes. Pero los queremos. Creado y regado de Los Ángeles. Juana's Adicción.
Yeah, I love that part of this. I even clipped that, as you see. I got the video of that. Sexy girl.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
who's the girl?
I don't know. She was just part of the videos, and whatever she was, she that's how I think they kicked that album off, with that. Juan's Addiction. What do you got?
The only album by The Laws.
Let me see. The Laws. Yeah, there she goes. Right.
That was it from them.
Yep, there she goes. Mark Smith said, "Time's Out" by Living Color, and Mama Said "Knock You Out" by LL. Yep, came out in 1990. Yeah. Todd Hogman had said this. I don't know. I left and now I'm back. You have 15 minutes to entertain this month.
Demanding.
Oh, guess who came out with an album in 1990? Carly Simon. Guess what? It was a covers album.
Wow.
Called My Romance. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, is that one she had that song called Big Daddy or something? Is a song about
I don't know. She had a big mouth. I love that mouth. I love Carly Simon's mouth.
There's a clip Perry played on our show when she's discussing Klaus Orman's bass playing on the beginning of You're So Vain. And I'm trying to find a clip because it's close up of her mouth going. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, you got to find that for me.
Scott, I've been trying to find it. I can't. I'll have to ask Perry.
For people that you all know by now, I am obsessed with Carly Simon's mouth. I just love her mouth.
Really is.
Greatest mouth in music history. Greatest
You have
mouth.
to see it. You should see it. It's hysterical when Perry plays. I said, "This is for Scott."
You gotta find it.
And she does it a couple times. There's a comical.
Salt and Pepper came out with Black's Magic. Yep.
Let's see. Where'd it go? Super Chunk, their self-titled album. They were
You got me there.
Chapel Hill. I forgot their big. They had a pretty. I forgot their big hit, but they were big in the Chapel Hill scene. But in North Carolina indie band, they were pretty well known in their time.
All right. Depeche Mode. We mentioned this earlier. Violator. Yeah.
Against the Law. Striper. Remember Striper?
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
When they came out, I said, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because in the 80s and 90s, with this. The metal and this censorship of lyrics and stuff. And here comes a Christian heavy metal band.
Yeah.
They had the idea, right?
One of Todd Sockman's one of his favorite bands, Social Distortion.
Oh yeah,
Social Distortion came out their debut album, Social Distortion.
The Razor's Edge by AC/DC.
Fleetwood Mac, Behind the Mask.
Lawn Boy, Fish.
Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet.
That's right, yeah.
That's a good one.
Let's see. I might be X in Excess.
Yep. Great album. Suicide Blonde.
Yeah.
A Tribe Called Quest, People's Instinctive Travels in the Paths of Rhythm.
Yes.
And Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds came out with The Good Son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Breeders put out Pod.
The Sunday, the Breeders are the Deal Sisters.
Yeah.
Right? From the Pixies. The Sundays came out with Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. That they do a great cover of Wild Horses.
Were they a Manchester band?
The Sundays?
They're English, aren't they?
They're English, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, if you've never heard the cover of the Sundays doing Wild Horses by the Stones,
okay.
Fucking phenomenal.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Write it down. The Sundays, Wild Horses. It is such a fucking great cover. Much respect to the way they did it. And her voice is just magic. Her fucking voice is magic. Mark Smith says Striper, Jesus Rocks. That's right. That's right. What else you got? Anything else?
Under the Red Sky, Bob Dylan.
A
big disappointment after the album "Oh Mercy" that came out before that, which is I think is a great album.
Yeah,
I like Dylan.
Ice Cube, America KKK's Most Wanted. That's a good one. That was his solo debut album. That's a good one.
How about Recycler or ZZ Top? And
yeah.
That's the last of their synthy stuff.
Yes,
the name's pretty apropos. There was no hits off that album.
No. What was the one? I don't think it was off Recycler. Maybe it was. Tough Boy, Rough Boy.
No, that was on the one.
That was off the one before that, right?
Yeah. This one had a song called. I looked at some of the titles I never heard of, but I want to hear a song that's called Burger Man.
Okay, yeah.
Recycler.
Isn't that so? Now they had TV Dinner on the first one. Eliminator.
Yeah.
Eric B and Rakim came out with Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. That's a great rap album. Rakim, greatest of all time. Close to it.
Okay. Who'd you say was the greatest? You said the greatest rapper.
It's either Rakim or Biggie. I mean, I don't know. That's like Sophie's Choice to me.
Is that Godfather 1 and 2?
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, Sophie's Choice. I don't know which one I'd have to give up if I had to. They're both that great. And let's kind of wrap this up. What else you got?
The Simpsons Sing the Blues.
Oh Jesus!
You know who's on this record?
Who?
The Simpsons. The actors lent their voices to it, but BB King played on it.
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, he produced it, and Dr. John's on it. And you know who Marcy Levy is?
Sounds familiar.
Sang with Eric Clapton on a lot of those 70s Eric Clapton tunes. The Core, she's on Slow Hand a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but whenever you hear in the 70s, like a woman singing with Clapton, a lot of it was Marcy Levy. But yeah, apparently they did the blues classics. But when I saw BB King was on it and DJ Jazzy Jeff, I said, well, Dr. John's on it. I mean, so.
Yeah. Toto came out with Past to Present, 77 to 90.
Reverberation, Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yes. Danzig came out with Danzig 2.
The albums are
Even
going
the albums are going into 2.
Funny. Some Friendly, the Charlatans.
Mother Love Bone, right?
Mother
They
Love
came
Bone.
out with Apple. That was, I think, their only album.
Seriously Hits Live, Phil Collins.
2 Live Crew, banned in the USA.
I might be tapped out here.
All right.
Pie. No, Cherry Pie Warren.
There you go. I got this one from Mark Smith. Coming up. Pantera, Cowboys from Hell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
On
Dred Zeppelin,
Dred Zeppelin.
Unled Ed. Came with Dred Zeppelin is fucking great. Oh, they're great. So we could go on, but I think we got it. So Robert Kirkman just writes in, just arbitrarily, Kiss, because he went to a Kiss concert last night. He is the epitome right now of greatest show I ever saw in my life, because he doesn't see a lot of concerts. And, well, Kiss is like in their 70s, so he's all excited about. I guess that's the brilliance of kabuki makeup and really just standing there the whole show, which is what Gene Simmons has always done.
He can't
Just
wait
stands there.
How can he move around?
I don't know.
And now his back must be in total shock.
Let me see. Isn't Mark Smith when he hosts? You put him in the penalty box. I kicked him off the show earlier. Totally, no penalty. He got a game misconduct today. Game misconduct. He can only watch the show and comment in. How's that? I don't mess around. All right, let's get into the top 10 this week. In 1990. Number 10 this week in 1990, Black Box. Everybody. Martha Walsh was the singer, and Black Box was this European band and she was also one of the singers in the Weather Girls, right? She was the one that did Everybody Dance Now. They used her voice and they put somebody else in front of it. Black Box did the same thing to Martha Walsh because she was a big black woman, you know.
Didn't they do It's Raining Men? Is that them?
Yep, the Weather Girls, yeah. But Martha Walsh is a fucking unbelievable voice.
Big voice, yeah.
Number 9 this week in 1990. Suicide Blonde, In Excess. I'm just going to go out on a limb. I was dating this girl, right? I'm not going to say she was married, but she was half Panamanian, half Singapore, right? And she had this real Asian look, and she dyed her hair blonde. Dude, Todd Sockman knows who I'm talking about. And I that's what I used to call her. She's my suicide blonde.
There you go.
Yeah. It's just the whole Asian look, and she spoke Spanish.
Ooh.
So if she didn't talk, you'd swear she was
Asian.
from over there, you know. And then when she talked, it was Spanish. And she dyed her hair blonde. She was like 5'5". Yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Leave it at that. Suicide Blonde. It was Fulvia. I'm not going any further. Number 8 this week in 1990, George Michael, Praying for Time. What?
I saw the Wham documentary.
Oh, right?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
How much respect for Andrew Ridgeley, dude?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Massive. This dude he is such a nice guy.
Yeah.
When they're interviewing them and they're like, so what do you think about, this is your last show. He's moving on. And he was like, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely happy for
proud.
him.
He said he was proud.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, how much you just swallow everything for your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever seen a band or anybody be like that.
Yeah, well, that's somebody that is very comfortable with himself.
Well, he took care of George Michael their whole, pretty much from when they were kids up until that point. Like he was his.
So those early movies, with his Egyptian family and.
Yeah, he was like his kid. He was his best friend. Yeah. He watched over him. He guided him. He kept him in line. He kept his secrets. Mm-hmm. He was just friends. It was all about friendship.
Yep.
Like that dude, if everybody in the world had a friend like Andrew Ridgeley, there would be no fucking problems in this world. I just think that dude is so fucking, he got such a shit end of the stick reputation when they, you know.
Yeah, it looked like a tag along, really, right? I mean,
Right, but he was the fucking driving force behind that machine.
While the documentary was going on, my son and I were eating dinner, and I was saying, "Do you recognize any of these songs?" And he liked them.
Yeah.
Careless Whisper, that was a George Michael solo song.
Yeah. He had written that though a while back.
Right. Well, Andrew Ridgely wrote the riff.
Yeah.
But see, I always thought that was a Wham song. But so my son corrected me, so he knew of that too. You know, and that's he's 17.
There's one creepy song though that George Michael sings. If you listen to the lyrics, it's fucking really creepy. Father figure.
I will be
your father figure. I have had enough of crying. Dude, it's really fucking. Listen to the lyrics. It's kind of creepy.
Okay, till the end of time. Right?
Yeah, that it's a little creepy.
Is it creepy as that Elton John sad songs where it creeps into your room?
Yeah, I think it's a little creepier than that.
Yeah.
Listen to the words.
Yeah, I don't know the whole.
It's a nice song until you listen to the lyrics.
So, what is the gist of the song? Is he actually singing it to a young?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's singing it to a younger kid guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
boy, I don't know. Number 7 this week in 1990. Maxi Priest, great song. I just want to get close to you. Do all the things you want me to. Yeah. Let me see. Marie says, DOA is creepy. It terrified me as a kid.
Oh, with that old song?
What's that?
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Dead on Arrival. It's one of those car songs where look out. It's just they used to play it around Halloween time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if that's what Marie's referencing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Number 6 this week in 1990, Can't Stop by After 7. Number 5 this week in 1990, Love Takes Time, Mariah Carey. Number 4 this week in 1990, Giving You the Benefit by Pebbles. Number 3 this week in 1990, there it is. Ice Ice Baby. Vanilla Ice. Yep.
Now, didn't was it Suge Knight? Did he hang him out a window?
Supposedly to get
why didn't drop him then?
Because he wouldn't be able to get paid if he did. He had to sign something, evidently. So he says. So the story goes. I guess there's alternate versions of that story, but it sounds good. So I'll tell you what though, the dude went on to he has that show where he flips these mansions. He finds these old mansions.
Oh, that's what he's doing?
Yeah, he started doing it, and then they were like, let's do it's one of those like home improvement places things. Mm-hmm. Dude, fucking, I'll tell you what, he's doing all right for himself, and he actually mocks himself now. And
yeah,
he had done a hardcore version of Ice Ice Baby. Try to find it. It's actually not that bad.
Okay.
It really isn't that bad.
The fact, he kind of made fun of me with the name Vanilla Ice. You know what I mean?
Listen, he made his money.
I think he knew what he was doing.
Number 2 this week in 1990, I Don't Have the Heart by James Ingram. And number 1 this week in 1990, as mentioned earlier in the show, Black Cat by Janet Jackson. Top 10 albums this week in 1990. Number 10, as you mentioned, Lou, Cherry Pie by Warrant. Number 10 this week. I thought that was an earlier, like 87, 88 for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Number 9 this week on the album charts in 1990, Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe. That girl is poison. Used to love that song. Offshoots of New Edition. Belle Biv and DeVoe were 3 of the members of New Edition when Bobby Brown left, and what's his name? Ralph Transvant went on his own. Number 8 this week in 1990, Family Style. The Vaughn brothers came out posthumously, right after he died.
Yep.
Number 7 this week in 1990, Wilson Phillips' self-titled debut album. Number 6 this week in 1990 on the album charts, In Excess X. Number 5 this week in 1990 on the album charts, To the Extreme, Vanilla Ice. Let me see. Todd Talkman, good night, gentlemen. Listen to you tomorrow. Oh, don't do us any favors. Don't do us any favors. Big head Todd and the sprockets. I saw Toad the Wet Sprocket last week. They were so good. That's exactly how he said it to me. They were so good. Toad the Wet Sprocket. You have to see them, Scott.
Sail on the ocean.
I love the ocean.
Right,
Dun, dun.
Well, I always get them mixed up with live for some reason.
I don't know. That was only meant for Lou.
You got it, Todd.
Okay. Anyway, number 4 this week in 1990 on the album charts, Mariah Carey. See, this is keeping in line with the top 10 songs, right?
Yeah.
Whereas we've done these in the past, and there's no
relation. Yeah.
correlation. Yeah. It's like, what?
Oh, why are these albums selling so much, but the single, there's no single?
So how do they push it like that? So that's kind of funny, right? How do they push an album and they don't have a single in the top 10?
Something doesn't seem right about that.
Yeah. If you really look at it, it's like, I don't know.
What's pushing that album?
Yep, number 4, Mariah Carey. Number 3 this week on the album charts in 1990, Listen Without Prejudice, Volume 1, George Michael. That was a big album.
Yeah.
That was a big album. Number 2 this week on the album charts in 1990. I don't remember this. Maybe I just wasn't listening, but The Razor's Edge by AC/DC.
Thunderstruck is on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mark Smith says, Lou, don't tell Todd where I'm hiding out.
It's going to cost you, Mark.
It's going to cost you. And number 1 this week in the album charts in 1990, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him, MC Hammer. So you had, Jesus. You had Ice Ice Baby. You had Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. Wow. There's a lot of cheese that week. All right. Time to move on to This Day in Music. We're over 2.5. We're going to get this done, Lou.
Well,
what?
We're over 2.5. You didn't think we were going to make it to 2.5.
I know. We just keep getting sidetracked by these viewers.
Look at all of these people.
I like the podcast listeners. They don't say anything to me. on this day,
Oh, grateful. Contempt for your audience.
God. I gotta hold on. I gotta go off for a minute. Hold on 1 second. It's all you, Lou. Hold on.
All right. Contempt. So it killed Dan Daly.
All right, I'm back.
It killed Dennis Day.
On this day in 2019, an olive green Manhattan brand acrylic and mohair cardigan worn by Kurt Cobain during Nirvana's famed appearance on MTV Unplugged, which wasn't an Unplugged.
Right.
Becomes the most expensive sweater sold at auction after fetching about $275,000.
Holy shit.
A custom Fender guitar built in 1993 that Cobain used during the band's In Utero tour was also sold for about $280,000. Todd says, I am your only podcast listener, so don't piss me off. Then you need to stop paying for this then. Let me see. Paul Barrera. Do you know who Paul Barrera is?
Wasn't he a guitar player?
You got it. Yeah, you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, enough of that. Let's move on. Barrera later played with Phil Lesh and friends and also toured with Bob Dylan. On this day in 2015, Justin Bieber. On this day in 2013, Quincy Jones. I have a follow-up to this, actually. Let me see. What? Producer Quincy Jones on this day in 2013 was suing the estate of Michael Jackson for millions of dollars. He said the singer's estate and Sony Music Entertainment improperly re-edited songs to deprive him of royalties and production fees. Mr. Jones stated that they also broke an agreement giving him the right to remix master recordings for albums released after Jackson's death in 2009. Now, there's a follow-up here. Quincy Jones was awarded $9.4 million from the estate of Michael Jackson. An LA jury awarded Quincy Jones $9.4 million after the legendary producer and mogul claimed that Michael Jackson's estate robbed him after the pop star's death. He was originally asking for $30 million.
You got 9.4?
Yeah, it's okay. You always ask high, right?
Yeah. Do you think they do these things knowing that they're going to get sued and they'll be just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, of course.
These agreements, they know these agreements are like, well,
they're going to get the money up front.
We're going to do it anyway. We're going to pay them all. You know, it's just,
we're going to get the money up front.
Yeah.
On this day in 2011, Aerosmith was forced to delay a concert in South America after Steven Tyler fell in his hotel bathroom. The singer suffered cuts to his face and lost 2 of his teeth ahead of a concert in Oscan, Paraguay. He was said to have received stitches and had emergency dental work, forcing the gig to be postponed by 24 hours. Well, good for him for going through with it.
Yeah, really.
On this day, it was a sad day on this day in 2011. A coroner's inquest on the death of Amy Winehouse reached a verdict of misadventure. The report explained that Winehouse's blood alcohol content was 416 mg per deciliter at the time of her death, more than 5 times the legal drink-drive limit.
Wow.
According to the coroner, the unintended consequences of such potentially fatal levels was her sudden death. I remember me and my buddy we were drinking beer for beer all day in the Philippines. We went on this mad tear. Started off with like 15 of us, and it was just me and him by the end of the night. And I somehow talked him into getting into his car, and we were downtown, right outside the base. It's like fucking chaos down there. Well, we ended up getting a little fender bender with this Jeepney, and they surrounded our car. They surrounded the car, and Town Patrol shows up, and they end up taking us in. And the Town Patrol guy has to drive the car onto the base. So my buddy gets in the passenger seat, and the Town Patrol guy gets in the driver's seat, and I'm in the back seat. And my buddy just pops in a Van Halen fucking cassette, and he had this cranking system, and he's like, "Great tune, huh, dude?" It's like we're getting ready to get. He blew like a 3.9.
Oh, wow.
And I did too.
That's
we were still alive.
Yeah, but
I didn't blow it. If he did it, I definitely, because we were drink for drink the whole day, and we were functioning.
I think a 2.0 is considered tilt. You know.
Yeah, we were like a 3.9. Yeah, that's a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
Let's see. Top earning dead celebrities were named on this day in 2010. Forbes magazine released its annual list of top 10 dead celebrities. Michael Jackson led the way with 275 million. Elvis Presley was second at 60 million. And John Lennon was a distant fifth at 17 million. On this day in 2010, former Culture Club vocalist Boy George stunned an audience in London, England, after reportedly flying into a rage and tossing his drink on a woman who was talking during his show. Before emptying his glass on her from the stage, George was heard shouting, "Why didn't you shut up, you fucked up, rude C-word?"
Ooh.
Good for you, boy. You go, boy. Good for you. Hate people talking during concerts. Let's see. On this day in 2008, AC/DC went to #1 in the UK album chart with Black Ice, their 15th studio album. On this day in 2007, 1,730 guitarists played the immortal Bob Dylan classic "Knocking on Heaven Doors" in a bid to break the world record in the state of Meghalaya, Northeast India.
Wow.
The guitarists hoped their achievement would earn them a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. The current Guinness Book of World Records was held by a guitar ensemble from Kansas City in the U.S., with 1,683 guitarists playing Deep Purple's "Smoke on the Water." Wow. That would have been great to hear.
Yeah.
Almost 1,700 guitars doing Anybody could, I could learn that in 3 days and have been part of that whole thing.
That's like the wall of sound, man.
Yeah. On this day in 2004, Apple launched the U2 Special Edition iPod as part of a partnership between Apple, U2, and Universal Music Group. The new U2 iPod held up to 5,000 songs and featured a red click wheel and custom engraving of U2 band members' signatures. The iPod was being introduced as the band released their new album, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. I wonder how much those are going for. Let me see. On this day in 1999, American singer-songwriter and actor Hoyt Axton died of a heart attack in Victoria, Montana at age 61.
Wow.
He wrote songs. No, he was young. Wrote songs for Elvis, Three Dog Night. He wrote Joy to the World. John Denver, Ringo Starr, Glenn Campbell, and his mother, Mae Moore in Axton, wrote Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think he was on What's Happening. He was on a couple TV shows. He did a movie.
Oh, yeah. He would do these appearances, yeah.
And he did a movie with like endangered species in early 80s, but yeah, he doesn't really.
Yeah. I remember this. Uh-oh. Who froze up? I might be filling this in I'm almost done. I'm just going to keep going. On this day in 1991, legendary rock concert promoter Bill Graham was killed with his Bell 206B Jet Ranger 3 helicopter. He was riding and struck the top of a Pacific gas and electric transmission tower near Sears Point, northwest of Vallejo in California, and exploded. The crash, which left the helicopter's wreckage dangling near the top of the towering structure, killed Graham, his girlfriend Melissa Gold, and pilot Steve Kahn. Graham had founded the Fillmore Theaters in San Francisco and New York, and had played key roles in supporting such bands as The Who, Jimi Hendrix Experience, Janis Joplin, Bob Dylan, and Lou's gone. The band Bob Dylan, the J. Giles Band, the Allman Brothers Band, and the Rolling Stones. On this day in 1985, Whitney Houston went to #1 in the U.S. singles charts with Saving All My Love for You. We see Lou just sent me a text. Let's see what he said. At least I waited until the end to crap out. It's all good, buddy. Let's see. All right, let me continue here and finish this up. On this day in 1984, 19-year-old John D. McCullum killed himself with a .22 caliber handgun after spending the day listening to Ozzy Osbourne records. 1 year later, McCullum's parents took the court action against Ozzy and CBS Records, alleging that the song Suicide Solution from the album Blizzard of Oz contributed to their son's death. The case was eventually thrown out of court. On this day in 1979, AC/DC appeared at the Mayfair, Newcastle upon Tyne, England. They got these long fucking names. Supported by Def Leppard. The bands were booked to appear the night before, but after a fire at the venue in the afternoon, the show was canceled. Okay, on this day in 1970, a wake was held at the Lion's Share in San Anselmo, California, to celebrate the life. Let me see. Mark Smith says Hoyt was in Gremlins. Yeah. I want an audience-less podcast. Yes. In California, San Anselmo, California, to celebrate the life of Janis Joplin. The singer, who died of an accidental drug overdose, left $2,500 in her will, to throw a wake in the event of her demise. The party was attended by her sister, Laura, and Joplin's close friend. Brownies laced with hashish were unknowingly passed around amongst the guests. Joplin was cremated in the Pierce Brothers Westwood Village mortuary in Los Angeles. Her ashes were scattered from a plane into the Pacific Ocean and along Stetson Beach. That's illegal. On this day in 1968, the 2-day San Francisco Pop Festival was held at Alameda County Fairgrounds. The Animals, Procol Harum, Iron Butterfly, Jose Feliciano, Deep Purple, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and Canned Heat all appeared. And now my screen froze up, and really, that's it. Nobody was really of any significance was born on this day, so that's the show. That's it. We're done. We got through it in 2 hours and 43 minutes. Jesus Christ. Good thing I drink this high-powered iced coffee before I do this thing. Let's take some stamina, people. Stamina. You gotta show me respect. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I know things. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for listening. I always appreciate your time. I want to thank Mark Smith for starting the show off and Lou for finishing the show. That's the wrecking two right there. They're the best. I always appreciate, as I say, I appreciate their time. I appreciate their knowledge, and I truly appreciate their friendship. This really took this podcast in another direction. And I look forward to, I don't know, doing this for a long time with these guys. I don't think they're going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And I know you're not going anywhere because you are what I call my cult following. You found it and you stuck with it. You are the engine that runs this machine. Without you, I don't I don't know. But as I always say, doing this show for you. To quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. We'll be back next. We're going to do it on Wednesday because next Thursday I have a bunch of my friends that we were stationed together in the Philippines. We have a yearly get together, a band of brothers get together. It's always a good time. Love those guys. And so we'll be on Wednesday, and then we're going to try to do the following after that on Thursday nights. It's easier for Mark. And I do it on a Thursday night, and Mark doesn't do it. See, I changed it. He just goes and just disses me. Anyway, everybody have a great week. Happy Halloween. Don't forget to check your candy bags. Check your candy before you eat it. It's like, no, if you got kids, you're eating that candy. So it's kind of yours. And that's it. That's it. I'm out. Oh, Lou just sent me a text saying, say good night for me. Lou says, good night, everybody.